Oh, we're live. How's it going, people? And welcome back to the Jumper Punch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Jumper Punch. I'm Mars, and this is emergency meeting brought to you by or powered by Top Dog Liquor. And thank you to Lyndon Hosking. If you want to join the stream tonight, the stream link is in the chat. Carlton. 17-12, 114. Adealide, pretty just standard, 12-14, 86 to Carlton. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Great first quarter effort. Second quarter, Adealide sharpened up, stopped the usage out of the middle, contested ball. What you see is what you got, and they just put it on us. Quick fire as well. Second half, rain comes and just evens up the contest. Excuse me. I'm not emotional. I'm just like, whatever. I'm numb to this. So I reckon we get some other people in here. We'll get their opinions. A lot of people speaking about the umpires as well. I should say thank you. Hello to the chat. Well done to Game Day, Mr. Bo, who killed it again. You would have seen that we had us in the Sporting Globe just talking absolute gibberish. We should have started a pool comp. I think Rocco Moro put that in there. Make sure you smack the like button as well. I'm all over the joint here as well. So I'm gonna get a quick fire. Whoever's in the back, if you want to come in, let me know. I've got some new little assets tonight as well. This is what I thought about Michael Voss's coaching tonight.
Whoa.
As you could see,
great success.
It was a great success. So yeah, we've got some new ones. Couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get home.
I think we're gonna have a good night tonight. Are we going home to watch television? I think we're gonna have a good night tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great night tonight. That's it. And this was us at the end of the match when it all started unfolding. Well, midway through the game. Carlton. I mean, what else did you expect, right? Like, did you expect us to win? It was a better performance. The magnets were being thrown around. I need a Nurofen after that game. I don't know who played where. I got no clue anymore. I don't know what was. I saw McGovern back, down up forward. Zach Williams up forward, down back in the middle. Carroll up forward, down back in the middle. Elijah Hollands down, up, back on top of the stadium. I saw Sam Walsh go from 15 touches to absolute zilch. I mean, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Is his presser out? Not even Trumpy can. No one can save us. Kemp, better not to go to the zoo. They might try and peel him. Far out. Young. I like this. Like a full warlord. Nice. Rashali, far out. Rashali did his damage in the first. I mean, I can't say that on here, but yet he absolutely torched us. 4-26 or something like that. Rankin, 2-22. Who else was there? Dawson turned into Bontempelli again. Does it ever change? Does this coach or coaching staff ever do their homework on these players? But anyway, let's get them in. Tom, I can't see anyone. Rocco and Liam. Wait, Liam, can you turn your phone sideways? And I'll need to go out and come back in, Rocco, so I can see Tom. And I'll let you. I'll be back in about 3.5 seconds. Start counting.
All right. I'll host it for a second while Mars is coming back. How are you, Tom and Liam?
Oh, yeah, doing all right. As well as it can be expected. I think I was expecting us to get beaten by 60 to 80 points. So I guess we'll live with what we saw tonight, I guess. It was kind of to be expected. It was better than what we thought was going to happen, I feel.
Okay. I think we all expected that I don't know who would have picked us to win tonight. So the result was expected. But again, I'm just disappointed in a few aspects of the game. Again, we started well. we just fell away earlier than usual. You know, it was after that first quarter. You know, but you know, again, certain people went missing. That's what I noticed. There's certain people went missing. Where was Walsh after quarter time? Completely went missing. Unless I missed something, I didn't see him anymore. And Chera, look, I think we have to accept that Chera is just Chera now. That's it. We're not going to get anything more out of him. He's not going to win you a game. He's not going to. It's going to take you to the next level. Chera's done. I think Harry Mackay, he's not going to be the one who's going to finish you off. You know, he's going to finish the game. I mean, I know it was wet. Can I just say it was wet? And people that say when it's wet, it should bring the game down and even it up, I disagree. I think it's the opposite. If there's a skillful team, I think when it's wet, their skills will show up more. Our skills aren't just going to get better because it gets wet or their skill. It's not. That's not what happens. And it showed it in the wet. They looked a lot cleaner than what we were again. Agree, guys?
Yeah, I think at this level, where the footy isn't sort of an evener, good teams still play good football in the wet. And you saw a few times with like Neil Bullen and Rankin, they're just clean in any weather and they just move the ball forward, even though half the time they were throwing the ball, they were still able to maximize their skill level in the wet. Oh,
yeah, a lot of
I
people
don't want to mention umpires, but
complaining.
Tonight was bad.
Nah.
Yeah, they let a lot go.
50 free kicks in a game of football is an indictment.
I mean, it helps when there's a bit of rain as well. And I mean, they let it go. When the rain came, they let it go, actually, to be honest. They let a lot go. A lot of throws, a lot of non-calls that should have been given, and a lot of calls that shouldn't have been given to both teams, I would have thought. I mean, yeah, you can say it was stiff, but in the reality of, in the grand scheme of things, were we ever going to win that game? Probably not. Would it have been a bit closer? Maybe, who knows? But yeah, the umpiring's been poor. The umpiring's been poor all season. I mean, there's so many rules to adjudicate now. And again, we do it to ourselves anyway. First quarter, I thought, yeah, we played well. It's probably our best quarter of footy that we played for ages, for a long, long time. But I said it was our best quarter of footy and we're still only 7 points up at the break. So, yeah. I mean, Liam, I'll get your view on it.
Yeah. No, just same as you guys, really. It's just the same thing. I thought that Carroll played well. And those things that Carroll were doing, why doesn't other players do that? Like Cripps, our captain, who's meant to be, motivating the side, does nothing all game. And then, complains and all that. It's just like when you got players like Carroll that are given 100%, and then you just know that they're gonna, turn out like people like Cripps, not wanting to go for it.
I mean, Cripps' first quarter was pretty strong, I would have thought. I mean, all of the midfielders in the first quarter were pretty strong, and then they all faded. Once the game started to open up and get to the outside, it was good luck, and it was fine. And then when the rain came, it kind of brings it back. It brings it back to a contest, and that's where we love it, in the contested ball in the ring. And then they get their hands back on it, but as soon as the ball goes from in to out, it's just lights out, and we can't compete.
Yeah,
that's what I think. And I mean, it's for all to show. The evidence is there every year. The same players kill us every single year on every single team. It's the same players. Rankin, Ben Keys got his 3 again. He's done nothing all season.
Ben Keys, the way Ben Keys just plays like that. Finbar Maley, another one. Like who's Finbar Maley? Just And then Chera.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. You're right. It's the same players do it every year, and the problem then it comes down to the coaching. I mean, how many more times you have to get beaten the same way, and when are we going to start looking at it and go? And I think most of us are saying coaching has to be a part of it. But you're right. In that first quarter, like Cribs, and Walsh probably had their best first quarter as a duo that I've seen all year, right? They killed it. Walsh was doing well, but then they disappeared. And then, look, Cripper was okay near the end. He was trying. He was giving it his all. Oh, look, me and Mars had the dispute thanks to the Sporting Globe. It was a great little event, and I love people going down there when we all joined it. We all had a bit of fun together, but we had a bit of dispute in that second quarter where Mars, to me, they started Cripper on the bench in the first like 5, 6, 7 minutes of that quarter. Is it going to make a difference? Should the other ones? Yeah, very good, very good. 6 or 7 minutes. Is it going to make a difference? Probably not. You know what I mean? But my point was, Mars, you were saying about rotation, and I agree with you. You know, there is a set rotations, but sometimes you've got to throw those set rotations out the window.
I agree.
You know, he's had a 5-minute break. Whose fault's that? He doesn't start, and they get the first 5 clearances. Is it going to make a difference? Probably not, right? But this isn't the point. It's like, you know, when a guy kicks 1 or 2 goals and then he runs off and goes on the bench, and you go, but why? Why is he going on the bench? He's probably on fire right at that moment. Cripper was killing it. You know, don't give him that 5 minutes of momentum, you know. And so those little things, like, it was already going to be hard enough for us. We don't need to make it harder by putting Cripper on the bench, you know. Mars, you were right. The others should have stood up. But the problem is, Mars, the others don't stand up. They fucking don't. You know, like Achera, again, this is our fucking 5-year, $800,000 player, and he's just it's Chera. No one cares. No one's worried about him. No one even tags him. You know who they tag? They tag Jagger Smith after 3 games. That's who they tag. And the poor bloke's been having a hard time after because they tag him. He's our best player. And even when they tag him, what happens? You got Chera, you've got Cripper, you got Walsh, all 3. And what do they do for like two of those middle quarters? Nothing when we really needed them. So, yeah. There you go. I see you got a friend there, Liam. Who's your mate?
Yeah,
That's
brother.
Josh.
Josh. How are you, brother Josh? How you going? What do you think about it?
Oh, look, it just felt like every time we get the ball, we'd just be done with it. You know, we would handball to a one-on-one and it would just be a contest again. And I felt like every time Adelaide went forward, it would just be so easy in transition. And I just feel like, I don't know, our defense is just hopeless. Like, without Wadering, we just look so off. And I felt like today we were able to transition the ball a bit more going forward. And I felt like, you know, our mids did well in the first quarter and they did hold strong today. But it's just like the minute they would get it out the back, we would just be gone. And I don't know how you guys felt, but it felt like every time, like they were just able to transition just so much cleaner than us, you know? Like I felt like every time they would go inside forward 50, they would mark and they would be going back for another set shot goal. And I felt like it happened the whole game. And look, we tried, but it's just simply not good enough.
No, good point. I like what you said. Charlie Spot, thank you for becoming a YouTube member as well. Thank you for becoming that. Tom, I got a question for you. Selection.
Hit me.
Hudson O'Keefe.
Well, yeah, I think,
and I don't want to get on Hudson O'Keefe's case because it's not his fault, right? This is match committee, so let's caveat that and let's just say it's not his fault that he got selected. This is on the Michael Voss and his assistants and match committee. Why didn't Flynn Young play? I mean,
no. So I agree what Rocco was saying earlier. Like, it comes down to we had a great first quarter, but the little things in the game that coaches need to affect the game, and the number one was selection. Every man and his dog could see that it was going to be torrential rain in Adealide. Adelaide dropped Riley O'Brien, and we pick Hudson O'Keefe. And I know he's a young kid and he's a young ruckman, but selecting a young ruckman in a side against a wet weather team where he hasn't been confident enough in games anyway, and then to only play him for 32% of total game time is a waste.
Exactly.
It's an absolute waste. And you say Flynn Young deserves a spot, but you look at the weather, you look at the makeup of Carlton as a whole, and I know that they've been saying we've been slow, But George Hewitt in that team tonight would have been much better than Adam Cerra in that team.
Why
He would
no
have offered
Hewitt?
us more. Because
And-
I listened to Vossi talk about the selection on Fox before the game, and he just said they wanted to change it up, which is fine. They want to get some speed on the ball, but you got to pick your moments. You don't play
Yeah.
George Hewitt when you're playing Marvel, and there's not going to be anything, other factors, and he still gets most disposals and tackles on the ground. Adelaide Oval in the wet at night, that's what George Hewitt's made for. And that's
him.
why you
Yeah.
got to play him.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
for the
right.
32% that he played, Hudson O'Keefe, he probably had a better game, if not matched Harry Mackay, who played nearly the whole game on the ground. He was woeful. The way he works himself
He
under
was,
the ball.
And
Yeah,
Kemp,
and same as Brody Kemp. I think
he's
the
useless.
move at halftime needed to be
Rocket.
Brody Kemp. He had to go into the back line because he was a non-factor in the forward line.
Oh, he's just not
Yeah.
good enough in the
And
ball.
at least Lewis Young is, as much as he has his faults, Lewis Young, he'll give you a contest in the forward line.
yeah.
And that seems to be Carlton's way of going forward is we don't want you to
Yeah.
mark the ball, Harry. We want a contest. And it's not good enough anymore.
And you're right. And you're right about Harry. And Harry's starting to give me the shits now because I'm sick of all the excuses for him, right? Because at the end of the day, in that last quarter, there were 3 or 4 opportunities where he could have taken a mark, you know. And
McGovern put one down his throat.
I know. And the thing is that people are going to say that it was wet and that. I don't really care, man, because
What about
Adelaide
Riley Thilthorpe in the contest? He was clunking it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And him, and then again, you know, like Cripper, we all say we love Cripper because he's our captain. But in that last quarter, first of all, there was that shot at goal, right? There are those moments that you've got to take as the leader and as the captain. Now, is it going to make a difference? Maybe yes, maybe no, but you have to take those moments. Harry, you've got to take that mark. You have to take it. There's no excuses. And these are the times that these leaders and, you know, like players that have been there for 100 and 150 games, I don't care. To me, you should be leading that side. You should be leading that side and showing the young kids what to do. But we don't. We just go missing. We just go missing in those, can I say it? Those moments, Mars. We have to take the moments. But in a way, you're right. We've got to take those moments. And our leaders don't do it. They do not take those moments.
Bro, I'm out, man.
Like seriously, like far
But
out.
like someone like Taylor Byrne is already putting in more effort around the ground than Harry Mackay does. And he's half his size.
There was one contest at the end of the game, and it had shades of Durden about it, where he went up for the mark, and there was 3 players in the same contest, and I'm going, oh no, not again.
Yeah.
And I think you could put anybody in this team. Sorry to cut you off, Josh. You could put anybody in this team. You could put Bontempelli. You could put anyone in this team right now, in this team environment, the way that we play footy. It is full huddumble. This is the worst type of footy that you could ever watch in your life. It's rubbish, absolute rubbish. Where's the handball game gone that they've been talking about? Oh, we're going to be doing more handballing off the back of stoppages, and where is it? I haven't seen it. It's been the same thing long down the line. Okay, you got all the goals in the first quarter came through or through the center through stoppages. I mean, what do we kick? 35 points through stoppages. I mean, yeah, we're going to kick goals through stoppages because it's our strong suit. That's where we win our bread and butter. That's where we get our goals from. But other than that, in transition, where we win the ball, we're defending again, 18 behind the ball. It's just, and you're exerting so much energy going forward. I mean, you could play any emergency meeting, you could play any TJP, and you just get the same thing. It's rinse, repeat. Yeah, all right. Wow, we were great in the first quarter, but it's 4 quarters, mate. Like, it's not like you knew what we were going to get after quarter time. I'm just going, yeah, okay, here we go. and they
Yeah.
adapted. They adapted to us in the contest, and they torched us in that second quarter. So we're built for the contest, and that's
they
what we'll
just-
ever be. That's it.
But the problem is, if they
How
built
about the
for the contest, I don't know why they don't play contested footy for the whole game. Try and get the game. They all of a sudden think, oh, the game's going to open up, so let's play the overlap run game, and then that's when they get torn apart.
I
If
think
you're
they
going to play a
tried
clueless.
to.
contested team,
Like tonight, they tried to long down
it's
the
just
line.
they think
get
they're
a
something they're
contest and
not.
Go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you think that's a bit too taxing to try to do that for a whole game? Like you're trying to play
Yeah,
a
that couldn't.
contested. Yeah, man, no one can. No one can do that for a whole game, you know. So the other thing I want to just go back on, and Tom, you mentioned like selection, right? So to me, when the selection blues with Zach and Dylan, when I was watching it, we couldn't believe O'Keefe come in. So you make the selection, you bring Hewitt with you. Now we don't know why would they put O'Keefe, especially they can't see weather forecast. Like I'm sure you can see weather forecast 3 or 4 days ahead, can't you? So they can see what's happening. We take our Hewitt, we bring in a Tor. I don't get it. But when we get there and there's torrential rain, Hewitt's in the change room. Why can't they change it up and say, rightio, we'll bring Hewitt back in or whatever they need to do? Can't we do that? Like, wouldn't that be a move? Maybe you can see there's torrential rain. Let's bring him back in. You know, like, I don't know. I was thinking he was sitting in the rooms ready to go. Like, why couldn't they bring him back in knowing that it was going to be those sort of conditions?
I mean,
Well, I saw a bit of before the game. Sammy Edmonds said that Pitnet might not have gotten up to play because he had a bit of a sore hand, and I think they went into the game thinking that could have been something that happened, but when Pitnet's good to go, that's when you pull the lever and say, George, you're in, or Flynn Young, you're in. Like, you can't go into that game with 2 ruckmen. It's just, you're setting yourself up to lose before the ball's even bounced.
we got
It's just
Zach
not right as
on
well
the-
for the young kid.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know, Jay Smith, he's being hampered by the way that we play footy. You can see it right now. You can see that you could bring in any talent. I'll keep revert like any superstar. I think it's just a holding pattern now until he gets sacked. Because they need to be let go. The reins need to be let go off this team. And I mean, yeah, I've said that the list is an average list. I mean, and I think someone else could elevate some of these players. I don't think they're all bad. I do think that some players need to be played in their positions, but oh my God. Like even Nick Newman's like looking like our best again. Like 600 days off, 2 games back, and he's like, it's an indictment on our
He's the best
list.
player on our list.
Yeah.
He's the best player on our list. It's not even close. And he's the oldest player on our list. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I know after quarter time, Ben Ainsworth. I mean, they're the type of players that he is like impact. You know, you have a quarter where you have sudden impact, and then after that, you're expecting someone else to follow on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But if we win that game, if we're Adelaide, Ben Ainsworth has spoken about how Ben Keys was spoken about. Ben Keys had 15 minutes of good football, kicked 3 goals, and everyone said he was the best player on the ground. So that's what good teams are able to do with those impact players. We just rely on our impact players to have 30 disposals and kick 5 goals, and it's just never going to happen.
Well, that's where your stars have to come to the fore too as well. So these players, they keep you in the game, They keep you in and around it. And then your mainstays, i.e. Harry Mackay, i.e. Sam Walsh, i.e. fucking Patrick Cripps after quarter time, they all went missing. Like in the heat of the battle where it's meant to be won and where those quarters you're meant to win games of footy, they always go missing at the present time. Right now, this year, they always go missing, and it's a shame. You can have a quarter of good football, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't go on with it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Zach?
Obviously I was there with you. Just arm's length the whole day, the whole night, really. I mean, if you wanted to show that game to someone who's never seen footy before and you told them this is what Carlton are, like that is the epitome of what Carlton are. That is literally the epitome of what we are. You saw us dominating clearances early, dominating scoreboard. Then when they dominated clearances, they dominated scoreboard. And then obviously our leaders didn't stand up again during that little period where they dominated. And here we are again, another emergency meeting. And that's what happens. It's like that is the perfect in a bad way. Obviously, it's the perfect Carlton game. The way that happened. I mean, I don't want to hear anything about umpires. Obviously, they were garbage, but mate, honestly,
the
who
umpire,
cares?
man, the people that it was at the worst game, I don't really care. I don't think that made a difference. You know, they could
Can
have
I just
gone
say
either
one
way.
thing on the umpiring that was crazy? How many times they went to the arc for that last touch out of bounds, and then last week with Frankie Evans with that. Like, how does the AFL in 1 week make that decision and then that's gospel? Like, and that you can argue that we probably would have been run over last week, but that decision really changed the North game last week. And I know we're not talking about that, but it's just crazy that the AFL can just a week later go, oh, we're going to look at everything and decide the game on every decision that gets made. It's just crazy.
Well, even the one that who was it? Was
Adelaide.
it
Adelaide Geelong. Is that what you're going to bring up or no?
No, I'm saying in tonight's game, even the free kick that was off the
off the shin.
Off the shin, you know, and you know that kind of it didn't change the game. I mean, but we were 3 goals. Maybe if we move forward, you know, you never know. But again, with that one there now, this deliberate. I knew it soon as they brought in this rule, and soon as they went and changed, I knew there was going to be problems. And now there's going to be continuous problems week after week. They're going to review things. Instead of making the game faster, it's going to actually slow up the game because they're going to have to review it. And now it's going to be ticky touch with everything. This is going to be a disaster. And they'll make another rule to fix up this rule now. And it's going to be a continuous thing. So, but yeah, you know, like the umpiring, I don't think.
They'll put that in the spotlight for, as we always say, 5 weeks. It goes in the spotlight for 5 weeks, and then it goes out of the game.
You know what? Even though we said, like, obviously we were 3 goals behind, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. But did it really feel like only 3 goals? For me, like, it felt like a mountain for us to climb. Even with 3 goals, like when it was 82 to 100, 3 goals, right? It felt like an absolute mountain to climb, and that's just that pretty much says it all. The fact that no one really had any faith that we were going to do anything. We didn't try anything different. Like that again, it just epitomized that was the perfect Carlton game. You had Keys have his run, you had Rochelle have his run. It's just that's just us. That's us. And
we kicked the goal in that last quarter. When we kicked our first goal in that last quarter, from when we kicked our last goal in the first quarter, in those 2 quarters, is it true we only kicked 2 goals?
In where? Sorry.
Well, 46 or something at quarter time. 40.
So from the first quarter to the last quarter, when we kicked our first goal in the last quarter, and then we kicked 3 or 4. But up to that point, we only kicked 2-4.
2 goals.
Yeah, mate. How do you go from there to only kick 2 goals? Like, you can't win games like that, bro. Like, it's just we just fall into the same trap always. You know what I mean? We'll have a good 30 minutes, a good 40 minutes, a good 50 minutes, and then we just completely fall away.
But Adelaide are slow starters and this and that. What a load of crap.
Like, I didn't even think we were dominating by any stretch of the imagination. But for all our dominance, or for all our pressure, for all our clearance wins, we're only up by a goal. They barely all their goals were transition, all their goals are one end of the ground to the other. They slice through us because of mistakes in the worst possible place. And that again speaks to how we play. Everything that we do, all our habits, bad, most of them being bad habits, they came to fruition. Like, that is typical of how it is. And then you saw that third quarter, classic third quarter, low scoring. The last quarter we gave a little bit of a run, but again, arm's length pretty much the whole night. Like, umpires or not, like that we were never really a threat. We were never a constant threat, and we never are a constant threat anyway. But yeah, it's classic Carlton. It really is, and in a way that we've seen for so long now.
Did we expect anything different? I keep hearing that, and no, we didn't expect anything different. But it's still disappointing.
It is.
I don't expect to win, but when I see certain things on the ground, it just disappoints me, man. Like, it just disappoints me. And things like the leaders in Cripper and Mackay, and you might say Mackay's not a leader, but when you played 150 games and you're the key forward up there, man, you can't decide not to be a leader. You are the leader. You know, you are one of the elder statesmen and there. Don't tell me I don't want to be a leader. Unfortunately, you are. You have to be. You have to act like that, you know. And they keep doing the same thing, these people. These players, they keep not standing up when we need them to stand up at key moments. And they don't do it. They don't do it. And Cripper's a big, you know, as much as he tries, and he was good in the contest and he was good in, I'm telling you, that last quarter, kick those fucking goals, mate. Kick that goal. Kick that goal, mate. Like, it's as simple as that. Kick the goal. I don't want to hear any excuses. Bontempelli would have kicked that goal. Dacos would have kicked that goal. You know, any of the leaders in any other side would have kicked that fucking goal. You know what I mean? So
Jordan Dawson would have kicked that goal.
And he plays like magic against.
Yeah, anyone would have kicked that goal. You know, come on, man. Like, this is when you have to stand up. And then there was another one on the run, wasn't it? Didn't he miss two in the last quarter? Was there one kind of on the run that he missed also? Like,
Yeah, and
bro, man, what are we doing here, man? Like, kick those goals, mate. Like, this is what you're built for. This is when we need you. I don't need you when things are going well. When things are going well, we don't need you. This is when I needed you. And again, you've let us down, mate. I don't want to hear anyone during the week say, oh, but, you know, he's our leader and he's carried the team and that. I needed you in that last quarter against Adelaide. What do you reckon there, Liam? And
there you go.
Are we keeping Voss? Do you reckon we keep him?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not going to keep him.
I think we will. I hope we don't.
I reckon we keep him because Wright's new and he just wants to test the water, but it's just not going to work. Whoa. It's proven.
What do you mean we keep him? What? Re-sign him? No, you're not. You're serious. Re-sign him.
I personally would sack him. Like, it's proven that he's not good enough. But I feel like Wright's new, and I feel like he'll keep him to the end of the season.
That's what I think.
Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
Turn off his lights. Turn off his lights.
I think they'll keep him because if they didn't want to sack him then last year, then they won't sack him. They won't sack him. He's staying to round 24.
Let's be honest. This is human psychology, right? They don't want to be seen to be wrong, right?
They don't want to be seen to be an embarrassment by sacking another coach.
Exactly. But you know what? I've said this. I said this during Tuesday, and I'll say it again. If you sack him today, if you sack him in 2 weeks' time, you sacked him at the end of the year, right? It's a failure regardless.
Oh, 100%. It doesn't matter.
It's
a failure that we've got to this position.
But, so just pull off the Band-Aid, say you were wrong, but they won't do it in round 4. They won't do it in round 6. I doubt they'll do it before and after Collingwood.
Yeah, he'll get to halfway through the year. They'd have to lose by an abhorrent margin. Like, he'd have to lose against Collingwood. They'd have to lose by 50 plus for him to get sacked the next day.
Exactly. That's when they would do it.
If they get beaten by Essendon, that's going to be
forget it. Burn the whole place down if they get beaten by Essendon. That's it.
Yeah,
burn it down.
By then, we're going to be 1-10. So by then, it's just going to happen. But as far as do we keep him to the end of the season? Fuck, I don't know.
No, definitely not. No.
I don't think we should at all.
You put yourself back, and that every game now that we keep him is
correct. It's
hurting.
We're
it's
hurting.
Another 6 months. It's another 6 months behind the pack.
Correct.
Every game.
I think that could be said too for our leaders in terms of how we're hurting our younger players. Like Cripps, I'm sorry, but the whole narrative of if you slander Cripps or if you think Cripps should go or if you don't think he's a good enough leader is if you think that hurts the culture of this club, I just think that's blatantly wrong. I think what's hurting the culture of this club is, I'm not him specifically, but him, Mackay, like all these leaders. I think the way that they're operating or being allowed to operate is hurting these young guys already. I don't think getting rid of him hurts. I think what's happening now is just a slow rot of this young talent, of the leadership that this young talent is receiving. And I think it's absolutely fair that we saw Cripps a lot more today, but we saw him just doing Cripps things, unfortunately, and that's not in a good way.
Yeah.
Does anybody believe that we could have won that game?
Never. Not even when we were scoring. Never.
No, not even in that
We were-
first quarter. I don't think any of us thought that we could go on with it.
Yeah. I just
Not even
asking
that
the
first
question,
quarter.
not to play
It's just
devil's
the same
advocate or
style.
anything, and not to sound
Because
like an
you
idiot.
saw the habits. The habits were there
Yeah.
from Cripps. The habits were there from Mackay, who was constantly second best. He was getting killed by fucking ballets and mate, like it was nothing to say. No one wanted to put a stranglehold on it. And I understand that their burst of let's say their best football on the night came in a very, very, very short spell of that that 5-minute spell. But we've got to have people to stop that. And again, you've got to have systems to stop that. You've got to have things to fall back on to stop that. And you've got to have your leaders that have got to step up to stop that. And again, they haven't. And then
We haven't got it.
pretty
We
much
haven't
have
got
to ease up, put the car in
just-
neutral, and that's
We
it.
don't have it.
I just don't get how we've gone in the off season, right? And just gone to like do your homework on teams. Like we clearly haven't done any homework on any teams that we've come up against in the past 5 rounds, right?
No.
But we just get beaten by the same people, like the same teams, the same way by the same people every time. It's like, how
what's
do you
really,
not have you don't have anybody on your list that can stop any of these players? Not one. Like a Pickett. Like we know that, okay, yeah, he's a different type of player. He's that good that on his day, no one's going to stop him, right? But just to even, like, as Michael Voss puts it, quell the danger for a little bit. Like quell or corral him, make him do different things that he doesn't want to do. Like hamper him instead
back
of
on
him
our terms.
handballing sideways instead of always on the forward motion forward. Rashali again. He won him the game in 1 quarter. Ben
that was
Keys
that spell,
out the
and there
back,
was no
3
accountability
goals.
from anyone.
Dawson, the same thing. I mean, who else was there in this game? I'm missing a few, but it's the same players that beat us the same way. And I'm just going, what is it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
You know what it was too? Like, we're not only losing the same way week to week, but we're actually losing the same way to the same opposition.
Every time, the same thing.
We've lost Adelaide the same way. Sydney, like week to week, you do your homework, but it's so much easier to do your homework on the same team. Like you look at the way we lost to Sydney, the way we've lost now to Adelaide. We always lose to Sydney and Adelaide, for example. That's just off the top of my head. We lose to them the same fucking way. And there's no homework done, not only on the previous game, but on the previous game against that club. That's the easiest homework that you can possibly do. This is always how we lose against Adelaide. It's the same players that rock up for Adelaide, and again, they have no answer to it. How hard is it?
Have we even got the players?
No, and this is what I'm saying. Do we have anybody on our list?
That's another chat, yeah.
Like, do we have anybody on our list that they can go, all right, today you got to run with roll on this bloke, like Rashali or Rankin. I don't want to see him get the easy ball, like from the stoppages as well, defensive stoppage in our back 50, and it's just the same thing every year where they get these goals off the back of a stoppage, and you're just going again. Like Sam Berry, who is this bloke? He hasn't had a touch since he beat us the last time since he was a sub. Remember when he was a sub? He came on, had 9 touches and kicked the winner for him at Marvel.
Kicked a goal to win the
He hasn't
game.
had a touch since then. Like
it's incredible to me how this coaching staff can lose the same way to the same teams. We've now actually been in this cycle long enough that we're losing to the same teams the same way. We're not even losing games the same way. We're losing to the same teams the same way. And it's the same players that get us, which is shocking. And an indictment on these leaders and an indictment on the culture that's been allowed to fester at this club where nothing is improved. And that's what I think this whole year was about. We were not going to come out and improve at all this year based off how we were coming into opening round. There was no way. There was nowhere for us to improve. You just knew that by being stagnant, we're going to fall back, and that's exactly what we've done. I think I don't know if you guys spoken about O'Keefe yet.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
we
just feel
spoke about
sorry for
okay.
him.
Well, yeah. So yeah, Dylan and I on Selection Blues. The one name we didn't think, the one name that I didn't have on my notes, the one name we didn't speak about was him because it was just a dumb decision. We know he's not ready. It was allegedly going to be wet, and it was for a decent amount of the game. Even if it wasn't wet though, but for the sake of it, it was the one game it was the one name we had, and it was the one name that had barely any time on ground. It was just useless again, and I feel bad for the kid, but useless. And I would love to know the reason. Like, you take out Hewitt, we haven't got
You'll never
midfield.
know.
Take out Hewitt, but for what? For what? You haven't got a Cooper Law to come in, and you put in a tool that we know he's not ready.
Can I say
you
the
know what was
worst?
also
Baffling.
Sorry, go Tom.
what I think the biggest craziest thing that we don't, and I think this might just be something more on Harry Mackay, that he's 204 centimeters. Why doesn't he pitch it in the ruck, and then we can play another small?
It's exactly what I said before.
Well, that's the thing.
Why don't you just pitch
Didn't we
it
do
in
that
the ruck?
last year? Were we doing
Because,
that
you know-
times last year? Why have we gone away from that?
Look at Sam Darcy.
Because
Harry's
O'Keefe,
Exactly.
Yeah, but Harry's best asset is marking the ball on the wing or around the ground. If he's rucking, you're forcing him to mark the ball around the ground. So
but you know what?
you're making
O'Keefe
him
only
come
went in
into
the
game
forward
and
line. Yeah, so O'Keefe only really went in the ruck when the ball was in the forward line anyway. So when the ball got to ground, well, you're useless there. What's the point? Again, like I was absolutely baffling, and you're right, because if you can just put Harry in there, you get another small in. It doesn't. It's not rocket science. Like I actually was shocked they put him in. I was shocked they put him in, and I really rate O'Keefe. I think he can be an absolute star for us, but it's just so shit that this is what he's learning under with these leaders, with this system, with there are so many tools right now. Like, I thought our tall backs were disgusting, but all our tall backs are playing. We're playing so many tall backs that two of them are up in the forward line, and one of them is Mitch McGovern. He's our best forward.
He's our best forward, and then they did move him back because
And they moved him back. So we're playing so many tall backs that, God forbid, another one goes down and we're cooked.
So it's just trying to save that they don't kick 12 on us in a row.
And
That's it.
Another thing about.
Can I say one of the worst end-to-end goals? I'll tell you which one was the worst one for me by Adealide. Was when Kemp missed that goal, or it got touched on the line, and then they went to the review. Right, that took what?
Yeah,
a minute.
Oh, the one that was touched in, and then
that was touched in. So then, by the time they went for the review and they set up, and then they went back, and then they went end to end and kicked the goal. And I thought to myself, "What? You couldn't even set up, right? After there was 30 seconds to get ready for that. Like, what happened there? What happened there? Like, that is just so unorganized. Where are the leaders there setting that up? People might say, oh, they were waiting to see if it was a goal. No, you always set up defensively, right? You always set up for the worst scenario and making sure that they don't get the ball through if it does get turned over, you know? That was absolutely disgraceful, that.
The other one was I think it was the 50 meter where Tex found Thilthorpe in that pocket. I mean, how do you let him have that much time and space? You got 20 seconds to set up from there, and no one was guarding that space or even thinking that's where he's going to put it. Force him up the middle where you got all the tall timber to punch it through.
And
I don't know what's happened to Lockie Cowan, but he's changed.
You know what I see with Cowan? Just a nothing player. I don't know what his position is or what his role is.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what his role is within this team.
I thought a few years ago Cowan was taking some steps forward.
Me too.
I thought he was okay. I was liking what Cowan was doing. He's turned into a nothing. And I don't know if it's him or it's system or he's not happy. I don't know what's going on, but
I don't know what he is. And I think that probably comes down to coaching a lot. But I don't understand what he is. What's his role? Because he was on Rochelle, I think, for a bit, which was a complete mismatch, especially when Rochelle made his way into the midfield. I don't know. I feel bad for him because I don't really know what he is. At least you can look at our other halfbacks and say, Jordan Boyd, we know what your role is. Matty Carroll plays there, we know what your role is. But for him, for Cowan, for Newman, even like Newman's got a role, but for Cowan, I don't understand what his role is. I honestly feel bad for him because when you look at people to come in, you've got Saad there. I mean, he didn't really do much in the VFL last week. I mean, but
He was
he's
okay.
there.
Would
We
he have
know,
made a difference? Would Saad have made a difference? No.
well, absolutely not. But I'm saying that the coaching staff will. I mean, they won't want to keep him there. I don't think. And it's pretty
Probably
easy
not.
to take him out, Cowan.
Probably not. I mean, Wiedering's got
Do
to
you-
come
do
back. I know he's not a straight swap for Cowan, but Wiedering's got to come back next week. So
Do you think Hayward comes straight back in?
Yeah, he'll come straight in.
I think he
Hayward
will.
will bring straight
Yeah.
But he's
back in.
teetering. He's really teetering.
I reckon they'll. I feel like they'll drop Burn.
They might drop
No,
Burn,
they
yeah,
can't.
because he's had a couple of quiet
No.
games. But
I feel
Drop
like
Brody
they'll
Kemp.
drop Burn.
Drop Brody Kemp.
I would drop
Shocking.
Brody.
Shocking.
I'd make a massive statement and drop Harry Mackay.
yes,
But that'll
and
never
I know
happen.
that's huge.
Like
but
in terms of take away the name. In terms of genuine form, he's the most lovable right now.
he's the worst forward going around.
He's the
He
worst
is our
forward in the
worst
league.
player in terms of just form at the moment currently. And I don't care about the name.
100%.
If
And
I
you know
had
what
the work
she-
ethic of
culture,
Harry Mackay
whatever.
at my job, they'd get rid of me. So it's pretty.
Oh,
simple.
yeah.
And not because and you could have the best name ever. You could have a reputation that is incredible, but when you play like this as a
Exactly.
leader, come on.
And this is what I'm saying. He might not be in the leadership group, but he's got to act like he's one of the. He's 150 games and our tall forward.
Rocco.
What's that?
Like, did you hear his little presser? I like the
No.
snippet that like
Yeah,
he's
no, it's
much
absolute-
love. Who's saying much love in a presser? Much
Oh,
love.
no, don't get me wrong.
He's
I
a
don't
fucking
think.
idiot.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's a leader's asshole.
I think he's going to be a coach for a very long. Like whoever said Harry Mackay go front up in the media,
He doesn't do well in
they
front of the
should
mic.
lose
does
their
he?
job.
He
The
doesn't do very
person that
well.
said that he should front up in the media should absolutely lose their job because
11, Carlton 7, 10.
You go and have a go then.
There's absolutely no place for that in a modern society.
far out. Yeah,
There is no place for this.
Actually, to the media manager or whoever put him in front of
Come
him.
out
the back, you idiot.
That's what I got for you. Come out the back and we'll have a
He
tip
doesn't
and
do,
a
mate, in
tough.
front of, like this is a bigger conversation, but in front of the mics, he's had some stinkers in the past.
Mate, don't put him in front of the mic. Keep him
When was the last time he
away.
was in front of the mic?
Away.
You know,
Away.
Rush was in front of the mic
But-
last time.
In all fairness,
Isn't that what
the
he said?
reason that Harry was put in front of the mic, and this is the biggest problem with Carlton, is he was the face of the "Love the Game, Not the Odds" ad that they ran this week.
Oh, yeah, but we'll take
So
the pokey
he was the
revenue.
face of that. Exactly. So they have to
You know
match
what?
the two together. and
fucking-
all of a
One
sudden
side
it looks
anyway.
You
like
know
it's
what?
a
You're
grip.
spot on. You're spot on, Tom. And this is the problem with the Blues, man. They're more worried about that
Yeah.
than anything. Yeah, 100%.
Let's bring in a new one. Dickie Knee. Aiden, how are you, brother?
Hey, look at Aiden.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, I'm not really that angry over it, to be honest with
No,
you.
no, I don't think anyone is.
Nah. I mean, I just sat there. I mean, the one positive that I can take out of that whole game is that I won $1,200 from that. So
Hey.
Take that. You take that.
Love the game, not the odds, though. So no.
Yeah, love the game, not the odds, mate. I love it when it's in my pocket. I'll tell you that.
as soon as I saw that Harry Mackay love the game, not the odds thing, I straight away put a bet on.
Ben Keys, $9.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I put him for 3 goals, and then that first half, bang, bang, bang. I'm
Rochelle, did you have him? He racked up for
No,
me.
I should have. I was gonna put him.
Gamble
But then-
responsibly.
I was gonna put him, but I didn't expect him to turn into fucking Iniesta tonight. But
That's the Unis one, the star thing.
Put it
didn't he?
put it in a multi with Jamie Elliott to kick 4 goals next week.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
make that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
he's going to have the game. Has he kicked the goal all year? Mate, this bloke will kick 4 or
He
5
kicked a
next week.
few. Yeah, he's only kicked a few, but you're right. You could see him fucking
Uh,
you know what pisses me off actually is that Ben Keys. I looked at his stats before this game. He
Goalless.
didn't kick the only goal he kicked was
Round
against
one.
Collingwood in round 1. He
Yeah.
didn't even. He barely even touched the ball as well. What happens?
hasn't touched the ball for 4 weeks.
What happens? He versus Carlton, and then he pulls his finger out and turns into fucking Tony Modra, who was apparently one of a really great player back in the day. But
He was a great player.
But like, where's the homework on that? It's one thing if a small forward gets us every time, but it's not a small forward. It's the same fucking small forward. Where's the homework being done? Where's the homework being done?
As I said, 6 months they have. Six months preparation, and
Like,
they
you
don't
go
prep.
back to the last Adelaide game. Okay, Ben Keys can do this. Here's what we're going to do. I could never be a coach. I could never be a player ever. I would not have the talent for it. But it just makes sense from our point of view that, okay, here's what's happened to us last time. We have the same defensive players pretty much that would have played on him. So I don't understand what the issue is with actually having some accountability for him.
I think that Voss I think he's too he loves himself too much, and I don't think he looks at those things. I think that he thinks he's so great and everything's working so well that he just doesn't because he never does anything. He never
never
studies another side, and like you said, I don't know. I reckon he's just stubborn. I reckon he's stubborn.
I just reckon he's got no clue. How about that? He hasn't have a clue. He ain't got a problem.
He's got no clue. But you're trying to tell me there's, even with all the fucking assistant coaches around him, not one person is saying something. Not one person has said, listen, Keys has beaten us the last 3 times and kicked 400 goals. Let's do something. Well, you're trying to tell me that not one coach knows anything.
They're waiting. They're lining up to take his job.
What's that?
They're lining up to take his job. That's what they're
you
doing.
think that you're trying to tell me that we always pick the worst assistant coaches always? We haven't got one assistant coach to say, listen, this is the way the game's going. We need to do this. What? And it's either they're saying it and he's not listening, or they're just as dumb as him. There's only 2 answers to this.
I think he's
what it
stubborn.
was too. And again, we talk about changes and we talk about being proactive, which we're never. It's always reactive. Dropping Q, it was reactive. But anyway, in terms of the way our midfield was, again, we had the same midfield mix for a little bit. As soon as they changed their midfield mix slightly, I think Rochelle and Rankin came in, or one of those two came in. As soon as they changed their midfield mix, they scored a clearance goal, and from there it was gone. And you look at that and it's like, okay, we're supposed to be the clearance team. At the moment, we are not any team. We are not the something team at all, which you shouldn't be anyway. But we're not the anything team. We are the opposite. We'll take what the opposition gives us and hope team, regardless of who the opposition is.
Are we the clearance team? If we take Cripps out of that side, are we the clearance team anymore?
No, and you saw it today. Who gets our clearances?
Even when Cripps was getting the clearances, what were they? They were high. They were wide. But
at least he's getting the ball. I know. But at least he's getting the ball out, and you could see it in the first quarter he was going to work. But if you take him out of that, we're nothing. Because Walsh, he's okay. He was good in that first quarter. Chera's nothing.
Chera is the most nothing player to have ever played for this club. And he does not deserve to play for this team.
No, I think Jagger Smith is getting tagged now, and it's only his 4th game, so he's going to come in and out. He's still a young kid, So outside of Cripper, what are we? Everyone keeps saying about this clearance game.
Zach Williams made an appearance in the middle 15 times. He was everywhere. This is what Michael Voss said to him.
Oh, go do this, king in the castle.
That's what Michael Voss said to him. Just go do this, go do that.
King in the castle.
Seriously.
He was everywhere. And again, jack of all trades, master of none with him. He was everywhere doing God knows fucking what.
He kicked the goal, man. He kicked the goal.
He did kick a goal.
But you know what? Sometimes that hurts you. You can't be a jack of all trades.
No.
You can't be a jack of all trades. Sometimes that hurts you.
You know what we should have done?
You're not concentrating on that one thing. You know what I mean? It's sometimes better to concentrate on that one skill and make sure that's good, But with Zach Williams, it seems he's forward, he's back. Last year he was our best forward. wasn't he? Oh,
Yep.
we loved him.
You,
Oh,
you know,
played
you,
forward
now,
before.
you know who
like
was
in
in the back
actual
line?
fact,
Charlie
where
Kerno
does
was.
he play? Where does
You-
he play? When we say Zach Williams, if I
I
tell
have
you
no idea.
Zach Williams, where's his position? I want Mars. You answer me. Where's Zach Williams' position?
No, half back, but he plays everywhere.
No, but I'm saying this year. I know
injury
that's
report.
where he started.
Oh,
Do you know?
He was up forward today. He was offensive half. Mate, I don't know. I got no clue anymore. I don't know where any of these players meant to play. But
Vince has got
let's
something.
ask Vince. Charles,
Let's
Vince,
ask Big Vince.
how are
4K,
ya?
Vince in
Hello,
4K.
boys.
How are ya?
Oh,
Have a look
mate,
at him.
I'm,
You're
I'm on top of the world, mate. I reckon
Your
if we can
internet's
keep playing-
performing like Carlton in the first.
I guarantee
Yeah,
you,
look
mate,
at your internet.
if the team performs like that every week, Voss has got his job till the end of the year. I guarantee you that. Doesn't matter how many times we lose. The board will not sack him if we only lose by 28 points every week.
Effort.
Honourable
Because
losses.
they'll
back to effort.
say that we're in the honourable loss stage of our development.
What
We're now
you're trying to say-
we're now applauding good quarters, good passages. Games where we don't get smashed, where we're expected to get smashed, and I had no doubt, even when we had that decent lead in the first quarter, that it was going to be short lived. But by the way, that position that you're looking for Zach Williams, don't you remember the old footy cards back in the 70s and 80s, Rocco? Utility.
Yes, the utility. That's right. There used to be the utility for. That's right.
We got to.
In other words, he's an everywhere man, mate. You can
We've
swing
got
him
to-
backwards, forwards, everywhere.
We've got a $1.4 million utility. How good. Let's might as well go play Monopoly. How about that?
We ought to
Well,
call.
I
Hey,
think
why
I
don't we
played
call Zach
Monopoly.
Williams from now on instead of Balenciaga? We should call him the what do they call those? The Ford Utes, those
Or the Ranger. Nah.
or the Ford Ranger or something like that.
No,
Yeah,
Ford
the
Ranger. Nah, they're the best utes in the game at the moment. I'm not
Yeah.
calling him that. He's something more shit than that.
All right, well, give me a shit utility then, and we'll call him that.
No, I
This
don't
was
know.
his heat
man.
map. This is his
You
heat
can't
map
be-
here.
What I was going to say is get me the most expensive utility that doesn't do anything like what he's paid for. So,
Yeah, Ford
Ah,
half.
you know, can you buy a
Offensive
jet
half
for
is-
80? Can you
offensive
buy a
half
jet
is-
for
is that way.
80,000 and it does nothing?
So he's in the forward half.
That was his
all right.
heat map.
played-
So he's got
he
deep back
played-
line, wing, midfield.
He played
Yeah.
mid forward tonight. That's where he played.
Yeah.
And then he went behind the ball when we had to defend for 80
Yeah.
minutes of the game. So
Now, who's up in the top corner there? Is that you, Tom?
that is Tom.
Oh,
Hello.
nice to meet you, mate. I haven't met you before. And nice to
No,
see you
all
too,
good.
Zach and Aiden.
Nice to see you.
Hey,
Don't
Vince.
worry, boys. We're only 31 years into our 5-year plan. You won't have to wait that much longer.
I don't know if you guys mentioned it or not, but was I the only one that saw McGovern play in the back line again?
Nah,
It's haram ball.
I said at the
saw it.
game, full haram, man. Full haram ball. Like,
Like
our players
isn't
are.
he our best forward? Isn't he our
In the
best
first
forward?
quarter,
yeah,
in the
yes.
first quarter, McGovern and Chera both got goals in their 150th games, and they were all celebrating. And
Now that'll be on
You
the
know.
stories tonight.
Before we
and,
go, Rocco Grasso, sorry, Vince, $7.99. Is this our bottoming out year, or does it get worse in years? I think it gets worse.
Me too.
I think it's
the other
worse
one
when
was
Smash scored.
Ollie Florent got a goal, and that's his first goal for Carlton as well.
Yay, Ollie Florent. Yay. Yay.
He was moved. To be fair, this is gonna sound fuck. Was that his best game for the club?
I actually thought it was,
Florent?
Great success.
Great success.
he's one of our better players, funnily enough.
He was probably his best game for the club again.
God.
Not that it was anything spectacular, but he was probably one of our top half a dozen.
Yeah, probably.
What about Elijah Hollins? Did he follow up the previous 2 weeks with a half decent game tonight, or did he disappoint you?
Missing.
He was okay. That's about it. Okay.
Exactly right.
You know what I would do? Like, for example, with Ainsworth, he did well in the first quarter and he went missing after that. Why don't we just put him in the midfield for like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, get him
Yeah, I
in and
agree.
around the game, at least.
I
Like
agree.
even Harry as well. Like, he's the most coordinated key forward in the league.
Mm.
Like, he was dropping so many marks. Like, I swear, you know how he marks the ball? Like, that's such a shit like that.
Yeah.
And like I would put him in the ruck as well, like for a little bit. Like get these players who
Actually,
aren't
the
having
marks
an
like
impact
that.
in and around the ball.
Mm.
But he
But, like,
can't even
but
read
instead,
the
you
play.
get moves.
Correct, Rocco.
Like,
He
but
was in the
instead-
middle of.
But instead, you get moves like what? Francis Evans in the back line, McGovern in the back line. Who's next? Like, seriously, like there's moves and then there's just plain stupidity. And look, like you saw today, like Adelaide, they changed it up in the second quarter and we got torched. And we didn't. We did nothing after that.
Well, we got no. If they make a move, we got no recall. We don't know what to do. Once they make their move, they're completely lost. And with Harry Mackay, if he's the one, he can't read the play. I've never seen a player go underneath the ball
every time.
I've never seen a player do that so often underneath
And
the ball.
he gets bodied every single time. One on
Middle
one,
of the pack, lost in the pack.
You know how we all thought. You know how we all thought that Harry was going to flourish this year because
I didn't think so. I did not. Do not don't allot me in that assortment of garbage. I did not think that ever.
Well, a lot of people did.
I was one of them. I put my hand up.
What they've since realised is that he can't take the heat down there on his own, and they've had to swing McGovern down there just to give him a chop out because
100%.
He's not. I think there's only one game out of the 5 we've played so far where he scored more than one goal, and I think that might have been against Richmond.
You know the problem is, right? Is that Charlie Curnow is here. Yeah, this is where he is. He's stratosphere levels compared to Harry Mackay. Charlie Curnow can create his own opportunity, so he can bring it to ground, and the play's not over. When he brings it to ground, the play's still going. He brings it to ground in front of him and follows up his own work. And how many goals did he use to kick off his own bat, crumbing his own work, or crumb it and then set up another one? Harry Mackay, as soon as if he has a marker, he's out of the contest. He can't follow up. It's just because he's
because he's pushed all the way this one.
And he's not. Look at the guy that he's playing next to, Kemp. Where was he all day? I actually didn't even notice him at all. Up until before he kicked it to Harry, I had no idea where he was.
That was the only time that I remembered that Kemp was actually playing. When he kicked that ball to Harry, that was the only time I saw him. So,
and when he had that shot from about 55, 60 metres out the
and that one there, and that one there, that was it.
How bad is that from our thing? How bad is that from our forwards not to have somebody on the line? It happens nearly every game. It's either we don't have somebody on the line to try and tap it back to one of our players down below or take a mark. Or if we're defending a goal, like somebody like that's kicking from 55 out or 50 out, we have no one on the line to tap it over. It happens every year, every single year, nearly every game. I could find you one.
You reckon between Pitnet and Mackay, they could sort that out, and as to who's going to be down there to do that, or even Hudson.
There's so many there that you could do, mate. Just someone. Like I don't get it.
The thing with Harry Mackay though, he's got no one pressuring him for his spot.
No.
So he has no incentive to play well because he knows every week his name's getting put on the board.
That's why he's more than happy to stay at Carlton because he keeps getting rewarded for mediocrity week after week after week.
And you know what it was? Go, Mars.
I was just going to say, and this is why I was scared that if we lost Charlie, we were not prepared, right? We were not prepared to get another forward. We weren't prepared enough because it all happened so quickly. In the last 10 minutes, we weren't prepared for Sydney's bid to come in and to go, all right, well, here's a pick here, or here we're going to do this and we're going to try and get this forward. Like, I don't know, maybe a Carlt, or I'm just throwing up names, Jed Walter. Everyone says Jed Walter, but I'm looking at a Carlt, maybe go to Fremantle and get Amos out, or John Tracy at the start of the year, before now, he's had his run of form at the moment. But this is what I'm saying. They were ill prepared, and this is what we got now. We've got a Harry Mackay that he can't be the front man. He's not the linchpin. He's not the player where you can say he's going to kick me 50 this year, or he's going to hold it down and everyone can go and flourish around him at his feet. He's just not it. He's not it. We've seen it week on week for the past, and I think 5 weeks is a decent sample size.
Considering the opposition you face.
To say that he isn't it. He's not it.
Even on camp, I feel like
he's soft in the head. He's soft.
I feel like
what can
you lose Charlie, right? Go, Rocco.
No, I was going to say, well, what are you going to do about it? Like, what
Listen,
are
they
we?
didn't do
You've got
anything
to
about it.
recruit. You have
Correct.
to. You either
Yeah,
have
no,
to
but I'm
recruit a
saying-
forward, or now you have to go to the draft, right, and look for a key forward. That's
Yeah,
it.
but that's going to
but
take
we
like
didn't
4
do
or
it
5
last
years.
That'll
year.
take years. The thing is, like, they've lost Charlie and they've gone with like a money ball scenario. Oh, here's
Doesn't
another tall
work.
Brody Kemp. He'll
Doesn't
fill the
work.
metrics. No, not with the
Doesn't
way
work
he is.
in the AFL. Doesn't work in the
like that.
AFL.
Especially
It
when
might-
the other guy, Harry, he's absolutely pathetic.
It can work, Mars, if Harry was doing his job.
It's very hard. I mean, how many times does this work?
Well, you know what? If you want a money ball scenario,
you're gonna pull up the Collingwood example, but Mychek still kicked 50 in that year.
I was
this
just
is
going
what
to
I'm
say,
saying,
my chick would have been the player to go for. That was
I
where
know.
Melbourne was smart.
Why didn't we get my check? I would
If
have.
you want to
Melbourne was
plug a
smart.
hole for a couple of years while you develop another key forward, you go and get Mychek.
And you got a premiership player on your list for a change. We haven't got one. Not one player on our list
But you know what
has
it is
ever
too,
played
like,
in the premiership.
if you really want a money ball scenario, you have to trust the coaches. And do you really trust these guys to develop a guy like Brody Kemp? They can't even develop or help guys with way more talent than Brody Kemp. I'm looking at a guy like Ollie Hollands. I feel so
but
bad.
look at how we've
Really
developed him,
feel
though.
bad
Look
for
at how
him.
we've developed him, though. What did we get him in as? A what? Midfielder, then back, then forward, then mid, then back. Like, we fucked him up big time, and you're seeing the repercussions of that now.
It's a lot of players. It's a lot of players with that scenario.
Like he kicked 3 goals last week. When's the next time he's gonna put in that top performance? Another 10 weeks? We can't have a key forward doing that.
He only does that once or twice a year, and then in between he does fuck all. But I think that's what they were relying on. They were relying on Kemp to take that position. They were relying on Harry Mackay to step up.
Yeah,
right? That's what they were relying on. Let's be honest. They thought that Harry Mackay was going to step up and be that key forward. Kemp was going to be that medium, that second forward, right? And
I
then
think they were also
Hayes
thinking
and
maybe
Ainsworth.
Ashton Moyer, maybe too, Rocco. They were probably hoping that he could step up too.
Probably. But
He's
none
just-
of them worked.
off in the head
Harry
of
Mackay
And
didn't
regarding-
show last year that he could do it. Why would he do it this year? Kemp,
Yeah, but it was only 2 games, though. That's the thing. It was only 2 games. You only had a 2-game sample, and that was
Against fucking
Port
West
Adelaide,
Coast.
isn't it? That was
Hudson
only what?
Hudson
That was the
O'Keefe's
last
no
2 games
fault
of
when
the
he
year.
comes to Rutten.
And he's no full, and he never really had
I
full
agree.
time.
I agree. I think it was a big mistake trusting him to be our forward. I mean, they were relying on him, but it wasn't working.
And just like Tom
Yeah.
now
said,
it's just
like,
all falling apart. It's just all falling apart. Haywood's been terrible. Ainsworth has just kicked his first 2 goals. Oh, he kicked a couple of goals here. He might have kicked another one during the year, but he's been in and out. But you can't expect Ainsworth. What are you going to get? What do you expect him to do? Like, he's going to come in and out of games. That's what that kind of forward does. I mean, really, when you look back at it, where were we going to get our goals if Harry didn't stand up?
fuck
Nowhere.
nowhere.
But I said
Fringe
this at the
players.
start of the
Fringe
year.
players.
I said for us to be anything contending, competing for the top 10, Harry Mackay needs to kick minimum 55 to 60 goals. Minimum.
Yeah,
50
correct.
minimum. 50 minimum. He won't get anywhere near that. He'd be lucky to kick 30 this year.
He's
The
kicked
rate
5.
he's going.
He's kicked 5 goals in 5 games.
And I can't even remember any of them. And it's like you said, Tom, there's no one pushing him because, again, like every single individual on our list that is a tall player pretty much is in that team.
Yeah.
O'Keefe,
You can't give Harry an
McGovern,
out because of the
Dirksen,
delivery
Young,
stuff.
Haynes, every tall that you can imagine that you know by name is in this team, except for, unfortunately, Wieders, who's injured.
What'd you say?
And Dean, of course, and then O'Farrell. But like, they're all injured.
I said, do you kind of give Harry a little out because of
Nah.
how we deliver the ball inside 50? Or not?
No.
Well, because he had opportunities to mark today. He had opportunities.
Exactly. That's what pisses me off. He had like 1,200 attempts to mark the thing, but his
Sure.
marking technique is fucking shit.
Rubbish.
Exactly.
And he barely ever walked the ball to ground. You saw Phil Thorpe and Walker. They were making conscious efforts if they knew they couldn't mark it to get themselves in the position. And that's a mental game. And he didn't have it.
No. Should they really? They talk about Hewitt being the big move to
No,
drop.
they're not going to do
I'm
it.
telling you,
Who are you going to
Harry
bring him in?
Mackay would be the one to drop this week. I'm
Yeah, but
telling
who are you
you
going to
now,
bring
that
in?
would-
Who are you
I'll
gonna
bring
bring
him
in?
in.
Collingwood,
They're all
they're not gonna
playing.
drop
That's the
him.
issue.
I don't give- You're going to bring Haywood back in, and bring in fucking look. I don't even know, but bring Haywood and bring fucking Flynn Young back in, and just change the forward line completely. I don't know, because you're not going to get nothing with Harry. Like you say, this is our problem. Who are you going to bring in? All right, so we'll just keep him. No matter how bad he plays, no matter what he doesn't do.
Double-edged sword at the moment.
Sometimes you just got to make a stance and say, rightio, you can't keep performing like that, bro. Go back into the seconds and
they won't do it, Rocco. I guarantee you.
I know they won't. I understand that.
Yeah, they won't do it.
I understand they won't, but this is our issue.
Plus, they're paying him $1 million a year, so they want to get some.
That's it. We're fucked. And I saw someone else say in the chat, "Oh, why are we playing Zach Williams? Because we're paying him 1.4 million. But this is the fucking issue. We're paying him 1 million. So that's it. Listen, why have we got? Listen, Zach. Selection Blues is done for this year. No more Selection Blues, because why have we got selection anymore? Why have we got it?
Because there's no one to come in.
Well, that's it. Well, there's no one to come in. Maybe
congratulations, Zach. Rocco just cancelled your show.
Done for the year.
There's no selection anymore, Zach. We've got these players. They're never going to go out of the side. We're only going to drop. We'll drop. We'll drop
fringe players.
We'll drop O'Keefe again this week. We'll drop him.
Taylor Burn.
Yeah, we'll drop.
Oh my god, I can see that happening.
Drop him, and they're not going to.
Yeah, Taylor Burn was the only player who didn't lay a tackle tonight. Not one.
They'll drop Jordan Boyd as well next week.
Yep.
The two highest tackles.
They're waiting for it, Tom. They're waiting.
The two players with the most tackles tonight for us. The two players who got more of the football than anyone else as well. That was Cripps and Walsh.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse for these other guys, if they're not getting much of the ball, not to at least do something, whether it's shepherding, smothering, tackling, chasing. You've just got to get yourself into the game somehow. And I just think some of these boys were left wanting tonight.
I think we overused the handball in some.
We kept doing this handball
in the rain as well.
Yeah. Adelaide did it too. Don't worry about that. Adelaide had the ball that many times and coughed it up. But we just
they were damaging going for when they went, and we couldn't go with them. We can't go with
Did
teams.
You see how they were just waiting for
our kryptonite? Yeah,
corridor?
Make a mistake and they know.
Try the corridor.
See you later.
As soon as we turn the ball over, as soon as we turn the ball over, they just straight through the middle, straight through the guts.
Every team. That's every team. Because as soon as you're out of position there, it's lights out. Yeah, all the players are to the skinny side of the ground, and then once it gets to the fat side, it's game over. Yeah. And it gets the running power of that. See, Sam Berry just absolutely torched Sam Walsh on one occasion through the middle. I mean, when you're asked to defend, and then go and play like that, and in those sort of conditions, I mean, mate, you don't help yourself going the other way either. So.
Our defense tonight was probably a massive indicator as to why we shouldn't trade Wiedering. I don't think, like a lot of people said, "Oh, let's get rid of Wiedering." Okay, you saw tonight how lackluster and how disorganized our defense was. If we get rid of Wiedering, Young's going to be the leader, which people would hate, and you're going to rely on O'Keefe and Dean. You can't do that.
I thought Haynes too was very poor, very very poor.
He had a pretty good third quarter. I thought Haynes. He took double.
I think a lot of people forget as well. We got Harry O'Farrell coming in the future as well.
Yeah,
can't forget about Harry O'Farrell. He's going to be there for a long time.
It's just, you want stability from a guy like Haynes, and we didn't get it. But to be fair, our whole back six was under pressure for very, very, very long parts of that game.
You know who they're going to bring in next week for Boyd? Sard. I can see it.
It's just, and again,
I don't know about that. I heard Michael Voss get interviewed.
And Akers for Burn.
Let Michael Voss get interviewed, and he was not getting coming back.
You know what I'd love for them to do? What I'd love for them to do is to put Boyd up onto the wing, because he can actually use the ball going inside 50. Drop Ollie Hollands to get a bit of confidence back in his kicking and bring Sard back into the halfback line. That's what they need to do.
Well, because speaking of a halfback that was on the wing, Matty Carroll was on the wing I don't think he touched halfback. He was on the wing the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah. And
He's
forward
swimming
too.
winger
Just
now,
kick
which
the
is
goal.
credit to him. He's really, really trying his best. I prefer him at halfback. I think a lot of us here would.
Yeah, I
But
do
he
too.
was even moving forward, and I think he kicked that goal when he was drifting up forward. So that's
He was
another
one of
week
the
he's done
few
that. I mean,
shining
good on
lights
him
for
for
us
making the
tonight.
best out
I
of it.
think that's probably the best move Voss has done, and that put Carroll on the wing. I think that's
And it's all down to Carroll.
That's
and his
probably the
hard
best
work.
move he's done in 5 years of being here.
Yeah.
You know
Other
what?
than that,
Carroll's
every
the
other
only
move he's
one-
done is
Carroll can
ridiculous.
run.
Carroll's the only one that looks skillful out there.
I think
He
he's
looks
our best.
skillful. He looks like a different level. I think Carroll in another side would be one of their great players. He just looks like he's got it. You know, he just looks like he's got it.
I had no hesitation.
We can get even more
in,
out of him with a
backing
better
him for that
setup.
kick for goal. He looked beautiful in his action when he kicked for goal.
No, Carroll's a good, and you're right. Probably Carroll's the only one that's really developed. Who has developed under Voss? Probably Carroll's the only one.
And I even feel like there's another layer for Carroll that we're not going to unlock, unfortunately.
Still early
because
days
of how we
even
play.
for Carroll, really. What's he played? 15, 20 games?
What about Cowan? Are you guys? I'm a bit concerned.
I would drop him.
Yeah,
I'll be
Cowan
concerned.
doesn't.
I drop him, and I
looks
feel
out
bad for him,
of
but I drop him. He's nothing at the moment. He's not anything within this team at the moment. I think he's a name that is a candidate to be dropped. And again, it all depends on Sard, or even still, even if Sard doesn't come in, it all depends.
He just missed so many marks tonight. Like how many?
And I thought
marks
his kicking was poor. I don't rate his disposal at all. He just bombs it. He bombs it as soon as he gets it.
You know, all these players.
I rate him, but his role within this team now is a nothing role. He has no role.
A lot of these players like Cowan and that, their confidence has completely dropped, and it just gets
100%.
worse week by week. Just week by week, I think getting a little bit worse.
You're right,
Because I'm
Rocco.
seeing that right now with him.
There's another player we've got who I reckon is very quickly starting to fall into that bracket, and only had 5 possessions to half time. He's really
Jagger.
dropped off since the start of the year. Jagger Smith.
Yeah, I was going to say Jagger
He had
Smith.
no impact on the game again today, same as last week. And
I thought he did okay in the second half.
second half, he got more of it, but gee whiz, up to half time.
He was nowhere in that first quarter, especially.
I think, like with Jagger, I think there's 2 layers with Jagger. It's first of all, 5th game, so he's going to come in and out until he gets, But the other thing is, I think teams are now targeting him. They're absolutely tagging him. They're tagging him out of the game, and he's just not good enough and experienced enough to handle that at the moment, So,
I wouldn't even tag him. I don't even reckon he's damaging enough.
He's not. But you know the thing
he
is,
was in those first couple of games. He was damaging.
I don't think he was that damaging. He looked good. Definitely,
he had a lot of the ball too.
Good. He had a lot of it, but I don't think he was damaging. Like if you go watch his games back again, and I've watched them back, they weren't really like, oh, they're fucking in your face and real. He didn't really like. I mean, he's only 5 games in, and it all comes down to the system
that's
that he plays in is absolutely dog
But I'm
shit.
wondering whether his confidence is just waning week after week after week.
And I think it would wane. I think it would because I think his confidence would wane because, like, the whole point of actually bringing Jagger Smith in was to, I guess, rejuvenate our list on the run of being within the premiership window. We were said to be in a premiership window when we brought in Jagger Smith, and the whole point was to use pick 3 to keep going on the run. You can do that if the actual list is there enough with leadership. The
minute we drafted him was when the minute we got in pick 3 and drafted him, that's when the club basically said to everyone, okay, we're heading in this direction now. We're not in a – because if we were in a premiership window, we would have gotten Houston. I
feel like we were in a window to contend, but you had to rejuvenate on the run. But the thing is, when you want to rejuvenate on the run, you have to have leaders that are going to help these players that come in, like a Jagger. And you have to have a coach and a system that helps a player like Jagger, which we don't have at all. So that, again, now looks like we went to a situation.
I think there's too much pressure on him too. Because,
100%, especially with the way we play.
Because people are like, oh, like Walsh and Jagger, like be aware of those two. Like we're going to be more faster, more silky. maybe, if we had like another quick player in there, like I can't name off the top of my head from another team, I think he'd be performing better than what he has. But again, like it's his 5th game, and he's gonna come in and out of games, as Rocco said. And look, I think coaching is a part of it too.
I actually said this at the start of the year. I think it was one of the first emergency meetings. I could have been another show. We were asked, who's the player who's most under pressure? And I said Jagger Smith, because of what the expectations everyone's been putting on him. And it's been a year-long wait for him. Jagger. Oh, when Jagger comes in, he's going to do this. Jagger Smith. Everyone's making songs up about him. Move like Jagger. Everything. So him coming in, it was unnecessary what we did to this kid. We didn't need to do this.
He was hyped up.
And I think now it's gonna actually hurt him a little bit now going forward. And we could. I don't know if we can ruin him, but
this is what happens when you're a desperate club.
Exactly. And how many players have we done it to over the years, mate?
Oh, Murphy, Cruiser, Gibbs, mate, you can reel them all off.
Dow, O'Brien, all these
because we've got this Messiah mentality, and now we've got 2 of them. One
we're doing it to Walker. We're already doing it to Cody.
Well, he hasn't.
What are you talking about? I've already seen things about fucking Cooter's kid. Oh, kids, I saw people going like this in front of me. What the fuck?
I'm telling you, that's fair dinkum, man. We are already, the kid is fucking 15 years old, and people are waiting for Lucas Walker. Are you, Lucas Koutafidis, are you fucking serious, people? We are.
Come out the back, you idiot!
We're a team on our knees, and what are we doing, mate? Are you? That's very
well. I'm out, man.
I'm out.
We're ideally to Walker, and he hasn't even touched grass of an AFL game yet. Koutafidis, like what's his name? Lucas Koutafidis.
He's like 16.
He's like what, 12 years old, and
he's
you don't even know if he's going to be like in a top 50 draft pick.
He just got his first pubic hair. Far out. Let him keep going each other. Like far out. Let him eat a souvlaki or something, or cotoletta and nonnas, but this can please save us. Like, this is what I mean. We're a desperate football club. We're desperate. We're
Let him
looking
go to
for
Grace first. Walk around there for a little bit, and then you can fucking make judgment on him.
You know what I just don't get? You got Jagger who's coming, right? Ideally, there should be no pressure on him because he's coming into a system that will nurture him and help him and help his development. But when you've got broken system, broken leaders, broken players, he's coming in. There is so much pressure on him. And it's going to be the same for these players, which is an absolutely ridiculous thing to be talking about.
I agree with this one from Foz Jam. How you going, Foz? Carlton really jumped up the draft order to get Finn O'Sullivan, Sam Walsh's cousin. They absolutely wanted him. Don't listen to the bullshit the media says about wanting Jagger. I agree. They did. They definitely did want Jagger.
Yes, and North Melbourne got him in front of us.
Yeah.
What was it always?
Yeah, they had the pick in front,
but I think Aiden made a good point that we weren't in rebuild mode then, because if we were in a rebuild mode, we would never have traded picks 12 and 14, which would have been 2 picks inside the top 15 for a 1 pick at number 3.
No,
the decision to go with number 3 was to try and top up with a high quality draft pick to try and push for top 4. And even Brian Cook last year, at the start of the year, said we're aiming for top 4. Do you remember that, Rocco?
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know what more he was meant to say. What's he going to say? Finals? Because I mean, we came off that year playing finals, and people said, top 4, top 4, top 4. So even if we did get Houston, I don't think what he said would have changed. But again, I've always said that because we went for Jagger, we're basically saying, we're going this route. Because if we got in Houston, I think not getting Houston was probably the best thing we've done in years. If we got him,
Houston would have been very expensive, and a 28, 29-year-old. You know who we probably did stuff up with because we got too cute and too smart, and we weren't prepared to pay just that little bit more in terms of draft pick. was to get Buku Kamas over here from the Western Bulldogs, and look at the form he's in at the moment.
But we couldn't.
I don't
Well,
think he would have
they,
played in the
they
back
wanted
line.
a high
No,
second.
he would have been
round
a
draft pick. We
very
only
helpful
prepared to offer a third.
utilise.
I don't think
We
he
were
would
only
have played in the
prepared to offer
back
a
line.
third round draft pick, and they said no.
Yeah, they wanted our pick 42, didn't they? I'm pretty sure. Going back to yeah.
I don't think I don't think we would have played him in the back line. We would have played him up forward.
Probably.
This is the same thing that about like when
you
we
know
talk
what,
about
like,
the same thing is happening to Harley Reid at the Eagles.
Yeah.
Like 100% I agree because there's no cattle around him. There's no good cattle.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got some premiership experience. I think that'll bring him on though. I think it'll teach him a few things, having him in the middle. And I think McWalter wants him to play. He wants him to redline, play on the edge as well, which is good. He wants him to play his natural game. What you see, I think he'll come on. I think Harley Reid is one. Maybe he comes back to Melbourne. Who knows? Ann Vaughan. How you going, Ann? Became a member. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was pick 42 they wanted, and we gave it away. Didn't we give it
Wait a sec. Is that all they wanted pick 42 for?
Yeah, but we gave it away. Didn't we swap it for in the Durden trade? I'm pretty sure it was one of those trades.
I think we got Ainsworth for a.
Yeah, it was in that trade, the Ainsworth and the Durden, and that went around
Didn't they
there.
want a late second round pick or something?
No, they wanted our 42, but we gave it away for that in the Ainsworth and Durden deal. That's what I remember. So, I mean, anyway, even if we got Buku Kamas under Michael Voss, what's going to change? You know, what's going to change? Let's be serious.
He'd be having headaches because he can play both. He'd be having headaches.
Let's be honest. What's going to change? Is he going to come in and change the way that we play football? No. The only one that can come in and change the way we play football is the head coach, Michael Voss. That's it. Simple as that. And
that's
right
the
now,
biggest impact you can have.
That's it. That's the one. And a few of these players will get up and kick up the fucking ass when we get a new coach. Maybe they're not as good as they think that. I.e. Harry Mackay. Players like that.
Have you seen Durden's heat map throughout the year at Port?
No, I haven't seen
Corey Durden.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter that like majority of his heat map is in the forward line. And you know what? I've seen a couple games of Port Adelaide. Like he's done reasonably well. And then you compare it at Carlton, and he was running around on the wing.
Cardio Durden.
Well, look at Frankie Evans and Ben Ainsworth today.
Exactly.
You know Frankie Evans. He has been dreadful for 3 games. He's been woeful.
He's been shit.
He's been rubbish. Absolutely rubbish.
Mark, I'm just looking at the injury list. You got Wiedering, Cooper Lord, and Harry Dean will all be available for selection in round 6 for the game against Collingwood. Would you bring all 3 of them in?
Yeah, and it won't change anything.
Lord and Dean?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else from the VFL that's been trying to knock on the door? Would you bring
Sard
in?
But it won't happen.
Would you bring Sard back in?
Nah.
And you got Hayward.
Sard is in Muchland. He's washed.
Blake Acres?
No. Hayward. Hey,
no. Hayward's the other one that's suspended.
Yeah,
so would you
bring you're gonna have 4 changes this week. 4. I guarantee all 4 will come in.
And who do you reckon is going to get dropped from the team that played tonight?
Burn will be one of them. O'Keefe.
Burn, O'Keefe, either Lewis Young or Wade Dirksen.
I reckon you've just named them right there. Yeah. Maybe a Jordan Boyd.
I reckon Young will stay. Dirksen will go.
And Lord, I don't even think Lord will come in, or he might come in for Jordan Boyd. I don't know, something like that.
Nah, they'll bring Lord in. They have to bring Lord in.
No, they've got to bring Lord in. He's
been good
for us.
Yeah, but why would we drop Burn? I'd rather drop fucking Frankie Evans than Burn.
Like I'd drop O'Keefe and I'd drop Kemp. I'd go shorter, way shorter.
Yeah, I'd drop Kemp too. He's been horrendous.
Taylor Burns had a couple of pretty quiet games last couple of weeks, but it depends on whether you want to keep persisting with these young kids.
I just don't think
tonight he had 5 hits, 4 hand passes, 3 marks, did not hit the scoreboard, did not get a clearance. Did not even lay a tackle. The only player who didn't lay a tackle tonight.
He was playing in the back line like half the time. I don't really blame him. He's not really playing.
That's what happens when you play under Michael Voss. You'll defend. It'll be like Donald Trump defending the wall, mate. All you'll be doing is defend. You know, like seriously. You can't change anything other than the coach. He has to go. He has to go.
Has the press conference come out?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to play it? I'll play it.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
came out just before the show went to air.
I
Yeah.
look forward to this more than the game these days.
Here we
Look
go.
at Burn's heat map. I don't know if you guys can see it or
He
not.
looked a lot.
Turn
he
the
looked a
brightness
lot
down.
More,
Brightness down. Brightness down. We'll be able to see it.
Okay.
There you
Can
go.
you see
See?
it? On the wing.
That looks like a big dick to me.
Yeah.
He
On the
looked a
wing.
lot happier with himself tonight, Michael Voss, when I saw the
Look
press
at his
conference.
face there. Can I get that as a screenshot?
Wait up. What's going on here, Marzi?
How long's it gone for, this one?
This is 9 minutes. Sorry.
Fuck, it's long.
I've gone absolutely rogue on this. I've done an absolute mazzer on this. Wait up. This is rubbish from me. Anyway.
This is the first time I'll be watching this, so
What the fuck is going on here? Wait, I'm going to edit this on the fly. You're going to see
Oh, by the
Marzi
way,
Park.
Rocco, there's one other player we forgot about that's available for selection. George Hewitt.
No.
Yeah,
Probably back in.
that's true.
He's got to be in the mix.
All right.
Come
Are
on,
we ready? Here we go.
Face.
Michael, how
Is that too loud?
first 10 minutes of that second game?
No.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's the game asks questions for the entirety of the game. I think I was talking in the presser. It's again no guarantees how you finish the game versus how your first halves are. Every game presents a new opportunity to be able to put your game style to work, and for a large portion of that game, particularly the second half, we sort of rather dominate field position. Probably didn't get the score ticking over as much.
That's
as
not
we
me
wanted,
doing
and
it.
just
That's the
goal
cameraman.
against maybe a little bit against the momentum, against the run of play. And then last quarter, I thought we played it out really strong. So again, probably gave a goal against the run of play, and that sort of just gets them a little bit in front, release the pressure when we're sort of pressing. Set the game up okay, but yeah, look, I mean, the second quarter, 10 minutes, we weren't touching the ball a hell of a lot, losing pressure from stoppage, and when they went in there, they scored. So we couldn't turn it off for that period of time. So it'd be something.
This always happens every week. Why can't we turn it off? I want to know why. I still haven't learned. Yeah, go.
No, I would ask, why was fucking Cripper on the bench in that second quarter at the start of the quarter? Why was he on the bench? Like, seriously.
When has he ever started on the bench in the second quarter?
Well, look, I know that others have to stand up, but seriously, he's the only one that can really extract the ball. At least he can use his big frame to do something.
He was asked that question. He was asked that
Here we go.
question.
All right, wait up. Let's get to it.
I jumped ahead there.
That's where the game was sort of lost in the end, really.
It's an easy one in hindsight with the captain in the first 5 minutes of that quarter on the bench. Can you take us through the decision when you had the upper hand at quarter time to start and go the different route than about?
I just share the load. So the way forward, share the load. And
sharing the load.
Share the load.
Much love.
Great success.
Great success. Fuck this, man. That's fucking ridiculous, man. Share the fucking load. Know when to fucking what to do during the game, mate. That wasn't the time to share the fucking load. That wasn't the time to share. Again, I don't think we would have won the game, but that's not the time to share the load. Fucking Cripper on the bench for the first 5-6 minutes of the start of the quarter, and they get the first 5 clearances. Like, are you serious?
This was Rocco at quarter time. This was Rocco at quarter time.
Me and at quarter time about this. I think it was at halftime. I was going. Whatever.
Yes.
I just I'm sitting there, what's going on, mate? Like, are you serious? Like, just mate, we need him in the fucking.
That's the best chat I've ever seen in the chat.
I know, we were flat out. Mate,
Nuke reactive music.
We've got to share the load, Rocco. We've got to share
The load. Yeah.
Nuke reactive music.
Do you know that decision? That decision cost us basically a 6 goals to 1 quarter.
That's
Correct.
where we lost the game. That decision
That's
lost.
our game style.
Again, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it would have made a difference at the end result. But
But other
We had
than that patch, we kept up with them for pretty much the rest
Well,
of the
we had
game.
momentum. It's Vince, you might have missed this. I said this at the start of Emerging Band. I said it's
Yeah,
like
sorry, I did miss it.
when a player kicks a goal or he kicks 2 goals and then they take him off. And you think, but why? He's on fire. Like, leave him there.
And
you
he's
know?
got the adrenaline running through his veins too. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
I don't get it.
We'll continue. Let's continue.
Today's day and age, Rocco, they reward players for doing good things by taking them off.
Let's continue the BAFTA award for short film feature.
You know, we don't ask any player to play 100% of game time. So, yeah, I can't believe those sorts of things are still questions.
Really?
What do you mean?
The condescending nature. I'll tell you what, Vossi. I mean, he does say not all. I don't expect any player to play 100%. But Lewis Young, 97. Harry Mackay, 95. Lockie Cowan, 92. Really up there. I know they're your keys as well, so they're always going to stay.
Yeah, but
up
if Wiedering was
there.
playing, he would have played 100%.
100%, he would have played 100%, brother. Far out. This is it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm loving this.
I can't believe this. I'm telling you, I've never reacted to a press conference like this. I can't believe this. I can't believe
these are even being questioned, Rocco. I can't believe.
I can't believe he just said we can't expect players to play 100% of the game. What are you fucking talking? I didn't ask you. I would say, mate, I didn't fucking ask you to play 100% of the game. I asked you that when we're in the fucking middle of the battle, in the heat of the fucking contest, you don't take out your best fucking midfielder. That's what I asked you. I never asked you to play 100% of the game. You fucking malacca. Seriously, mate. What is wrong with you? You fucking... I'm fucking sick of this bloke. What a stupid... And now that these people are starting to blame reporters and supporters for asking the question. The problem is you haven't got the fucking answer.
Here we go.
Like there's, a midfield group that gets the job done. The skipper did a very good night, which was fantastic. So, there were some players that returned to form today. Some of our very important players returned to some form today. So that's really important. But we've also got to be better than a team that just, has to have him in there for the entirety of 100% of time. That's a bit hard to draw that conclusion for now. I guess what we probably were able to do was get a few more players through there. So again, sharing the load a fair bit more. So we'll continue to see what that looks like. If we're afforded the opportunity to be able to do that,
sharing the load.
McGovern as a forward, like, was something dangerous. You get in that position like you did a few years ago.
Yeah,
you stick with that.
I think so.
Kent maybe has to spend more time back.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He went down back, bro. What's this talking about, bro? McGovern went down back. He started off forward, then he went down back. He's taking the fucking piss out of us.
Ask which players have gone back in, which players have come into form after this game. Who are those players?
Walsh, Cripps. That's it.
Walsh got 15. Walsh got 15 possessions in the first quarter. He only had another 14 for the next 3 quarters.
Mate, in the middle part of the game, he had 6 touches in the second and the third, and same too as Batman and Robin or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Mr. Batman had 3, and then Mr. Batman had 5, and just a little bit better. What impact? You lost all impact.
How is that back into form?
They just look at the raw numbers. They'll look at the raw numbers. That's all they'll look at. When they don't really look at it, when he says, we don't look at the numbers. But in this game, he'll spin the narrative, they were in form because they got 29 and whatever.
Yeah.
He had 8 tackles.
Who's this bloke in the chat? Newman is back in form. He's only his second game back, mate. He just came back. Like, there's no back into form. He wasn't out of form to go into form. Like, what do you mean? There was no one that went into form this game. No one got back. Nobody got back into form.
Let's continue the BAFTA.
Well, we've got Weeders and Deanie that are due to return.
He speaks of Dean highly,
So that puts a question, I guess, on defence. But really content with what Kempy's doing down there and how he's competing.
What? Wait, did he just say that Kempy's playing back line?
He's very happy with the
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Kemp was playing the fourth line.
Kemp trained as a forward all pre-season now to go play down back. Bro, this bloke is bait. He needs to be. We need to be sponsored by fucking Nurofen. Seriously, these players are gonna have legit migraines for the rest of the year. But this bloke he's on shard. He's got to be on something hard. Like seriously, this bloke is taking the piss.
I don't get it.
By the way,
he trained as a forward all pre-season.
We won clearances tonight. Guess who got more clearances than anyone else?
Hudson O'Keefe.
No, Mark Pitney. 10.
Mark Pitney, sorry.
Yeah.
He's been our best player.
Yeah. And then Cripps and Chera with 7.
I thought Harry, competed really hard. Sometimes against 3 players. Could have been a little bit luckier tonight, maybe in some contests.
He was fucking horrible tonight.
I think he could have been rewarded a little bit more.
Have a listen to this bloke. Love the game, not the odds. Much love, Michael. Much love. It's all about love. Relax, bro. You're not at Tomorrowland concert on stage, mate. There's no much love.
You know what he's hinting at there? He could have got a few more free kicks. From the
free
umpires.
kicks. Yeah, just say it. Why are you trying to tippy-toe around the point? Why don't you just luck here? Like, bro, what are we playing? The game on luck now, not skill.
See how many times he's got that smirk on his face?
Yeah, he loves the smirk. He knows he's getting paid 800,000-900,000 a year while we sit here and lament in pain. Fucking sickening.
Making any accusations there. I thought he showed up in those contests. He was really strong in the air.
Where?
Who's he talking about?
Mackay.
He was strong in he showed up in contests. Yeah, he showed up, but he didn't show up.
Opposite of that. Complete opposite.
Fuck me.
Do you now know why Harry gets a game every week?
You didn't really say that. He didn't really say that about Harry, did he? He was strong in the air. We just finished talking about how he was pathetic in the air. He was pathetic.
He couldn't mark. He couldn't mark the thing.
Oh,
what's he on about? He competed well.
We got to
tell you what,
a mental
if
asylum.
you look at the other end of the ground, Riley Philthorpe didn't have too much trouble.
He was marking everything. That guy.
Yeah.
No, but it was a different weather. It was different weather, Vince, in their floor line. It was dry, and it was wet in our floor line, and it was dry in their floor line, apparently.
BAFTA award. Let's continue the BAFTA award.
Oh, dear.
I provided that, really hard night second half to get anything going the way. Little signs from Haynes, which was his return. Dirksen showed, another little bit of signs of improvement from last week to this week.
Oh, we're back here, aren't we? I mean, we are in rebuild phase. That they haven't said it yet, but signs of improvement, green shoots. Yep,
I thought Haynes wasn't that great today. I don't know what he's on about. Yeah. What game was he?
I thought Dirksen looked out of his depth, to be honest.
Yep.
He was going for things that he had no right to go to.
Yeah.
It's a progress that we've got in the full team right now, but with structure and also personnel.
What structure, bro?
Don't talk about structure.
What happened there?
Look at the fucking grin. Look at the grin.
I missed the question.
It talks about Sam Walsh having to. I'll go back.
Just when he came off his own back in the first quarter.
About Sam Walsh.
Was it just a function of Adealide putting work into him? Yeah, just put a bit more work into him.
What? Have a contingency plan for when they put a bit of work into him, put a bit of work into the person that's putting in a bit of work and free him up again. Oh my God. It's like rocket science to this bloke. And the way it really fucks me off.
That's what we used to do. That was what we used to do in the 80s and 90s, Mars, when the
Reece Jones would have whacked him.
No, when they put taggers on Bradley, they'd end up getting someone else to to give the tagger a bit of physical attention. Don't worry about that. But don't do it today.
Just probably disrupt their structure a little bit.
Wait.
Probably disrupt their in terms of where it started, and and sort of just probably disrupt their structure a little bit. But he still had quite a solid night. But,
No, he didn't. At the end, because of the raw numbers and what it eventuated to, but the middle parts of the game, he was nowhere.
Who are we talking about now?
Sam Walsh.
Sam Walsh, yeah.
Oh, this bloke, he doesn't even know what he's saying anymore. He's just yapping. He just flaps his gums for the hell of it. This bloke's taking the piss. P155.
We are so fucked.
He's teaching them. This bloke. This bloke is teaching him. This bloke here.
How can we get out of this? We can't get out of this. If this is the narrative that's coming out after the game, we can't get out of this.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe what he's saying.
Do you know why we only
I
lost
can
by
believe
5
it.
goals? Do you know why we only lost by 5 goals tonight?
Because of the rain.
10 or 15 or 20? 2 factors. One was the weather, and the other was, I've got to hand it to them, pride in their performance by our captain and vice captain. If it wasn't for Paddy Cripps and Sam Walsh tonight, there's no doubt in my mind that we would have got done by 10 to 15 goals, even in the rain.
Exactly.
That's
right.
the only reason. They were head and shoulders above any other players on the ground for us.
I disagree with you. I thought they started well and they might have finished well, but in the middle parts when we needed them, they were nowhere to be seen. So to say they were head and
I'm
shoulders,
not saying they played great for the whole 4 quarters, but in terms of overall performance over the 4 quarters, I thought that Cripps and Walsh were head and shoulders above anyone else in our team.
Yeah.
And if
Well,
we
I
didn't have
thought
those two on the field,
if you're comparing their performance to other
overall.
people's, they're way better.
yeah, all right, I agree. If you're comparing it to everyone else, because everyone else was
I'm
pathetic,
talking about
they
the
As a
other
leader, though,
21
you've got to
players.
stop
I'm
that
talking about the
run.
other
Or
21
at least
players
help.
on the list.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue because we've got 5 minutes and 15 seconds left of the BAFTA award.
Torture, man.
There's not too many running around getting 15 disposals in the first quarter and bursting out a stoppage or contest like what he was. So
Why didn't you use him in the middle last week when you needed him? No, you start him at half forward. I hate this one.
But how is he our coach? More guys playing better tonight to get themselves in form helps us.
Williams kind of up, and the idea at the time was for him to play a bit more midfield and initially.
Yeah.
What have we seen in the last few weeks that gave him confidence to try and tonight?
Well, it's probably a bit more what he did last year, at the end of last year, where he spent a bit of midfield time and also went forward. We felt like our high backs in particular had a pretty good day last week, and so that reasonable form. So they're in the spot. So again.
Well, what is he talking? What I don't understand.
I can't understand.
I understand, but what's he talking about? This game from last week to this week is a totally different game. They're a different proposition that gets put in front of you. What's he on about?
He's a bot.
He's not. At least a bot does something. This bloke, I don't even know what he is
I'm
anymore.
convinced. He's an NPC.
But NPCs do something. This bloke is he's just a witch's hat, and he somehow he can speak. I don't
You know
know
what happens,
anymore.
Marv? Other than those midfielders that give us at least 2.5 or 3 out of every 4 quarters, these guys like Williams, like McGovern, and a host of others, they just chip in. They give you their 5 or 10 minutes of highlight. Highlight reel, and that's it. They go
absolve themselves of criticism again. I mean, what's he talking about? Like Williams last year through the middle, mate. When he was playing in a versatile role, as we called him, the utility man. Vince, you called him, right? Utility man. So he played everywhere, right? I don't even know where he doesn't even know where he played, right? This bloke on the screen. Right, he played against Port Adelaide, who were on a plane somewhere. He played against Essendon, who were battered and bruised. I mean, and the other teams that he versed with, he didn't verse anybody.
The season was done.
No substance. Those performances they had no substance. We versed nothing.
no value.
Do you want to
There
hear
was
our
nothing.
centre bounce attendances for this game?
Oh yeah,
I've got them all. I know them all.
You got them, yeah.
Yeah, go.
Oh, so you got Cripps and Walsh with 26.
26, yeah.
Pito
Yeah.
25. Shearer 22. Then it dropped off to Williams 15, Jagger 10, and then Hudson O'Keefe 8. So you take away O'Keefe and Pito, the only real midfielders that we played were Cripps, Walsh, Shearer, Williams, Jagger. No one else. That's
Yeah, but why isn't Jagger there all the time? I don't get it.
You can't burn him out. You can't burn him out this early, and you want to be flexible with a player like that, half back, half forward, and throw him through the midfield a little bit. I mean, it's the same thing. Remember what they did with Nick Dacos. You got to protect him early. If he's your height, he's an asset. He's going to be an asset for the future. You can't just put him in and
They
get
played him off
against-
the half back
yeah,
line.
half back, half forward, taking all the kick-ins, this and that. I mean, Nick Dacos is a but the same thing was done with Baslenka, Bailey Smith at the Bulldogs. They played him off half back, half forward, and then
Half
they throw him
forward,
into the middle.
yeah.
I mean, it's like you don't want to be and that's putting pressure on him early. I mean, you don't want to kill him early, and against the midfield, even though they're not, I don't really rate their midfield highly. They're just effective. I think they're efficient. Yeah, they're efficient. Anyway, let's continue the 5 far out 4 minutes.
We look a bit different.
No, you
try
don't.
A couple of difference, and we'll keep exploring that. Like we're not set on that. We'll continue to look to see whether we can give more players exposure.
Bro, what? Oh my god, bro! Oh, I need to continue. I'll be here all night. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't even click play.
You know, to just get a bit more speed and a bit more transition as the game, gets a bit faster as the game goes on.
Bruce, after that incident, was grabbing his wrist for the next sort of period of time. How did that look up in your concern?
I haven't checked, so I couldn't tell you with absolute certainty, but I think he's fine. I saw him after the game.
Talking about his hand.
Anything like that, so
you got punch in the hand or whatever.
Give me 1 second.
It's time to go!
It was bedtime for Zach, so thank you to Zach again. A Selection Blues very own. Good job as well yesterday. He initiated that contact, Patrick Cripps.
He did.
How
He
did he
initiated
injure his hand anyway? I looked at the replay like 4 times. I don't even know what he did.
I'm pretty sure his hand hit Peatling's elbow, and low-key little break, and he initiated it. Didn't we see that Dangerfield last year with
Silvani?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We'll keep that hand will be pretty sore, I reckon, for a while.
4 minutes.
They'll strap it up. You watch it. He'll have a strap all over his hand next week.
Reflection?
No, I don't think so.
Did you just hear what he said?
What?
The reporter asked, "Do you think 1 and 4 is an accurate reflection?" This bloke.
Right.
What?
Oh, 1 and 4. Is that what he said? All right, go.
Yeah, he said, "Do you think 1 and 4 is an accurate reflection of where you're at?" He said,
Listen.
So.
Yeah, go.
Accurate reflection?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think 0 and 5 is a more accurate reflection. 0 and 5 is a more accurate reflection.
That's right.
Like, what are we doing? Like, are we in a fucking rebuild or not? Like, just say it. Just say, oh, we're rebuilding.
Come out the back, you idiot! I'll give you one assurance, mate. If this absolute imbecile wants to go on with it, we won't lose. I'll tell you now, I'll give you the drum. We will not lose.
I'm fucking fuming, bro. A 0 and 5 would be a more accurate reflection, wouldn't it? Super duper Mikel.
Yeah, but like, what's he basing it off? Like performance?
I don't know.
Basically, I'm not losing his fucking job. That's what he's.
What's he trying to say? That we should be 2 and 3 or 3 and 2?
Let's hear the absolute spew. The Michael Voss Lake. Here we go.
I can assume that he's okay. So I'll get other news otherwise. No, I don't think so. No, it would be like the, obviously we it's been well spoken about the couple of games that we let go. That puts always a little bit of tension. But what you also want to see is progressively getting closer to where you want to be in terms of how you're playing And I just
we're not getting closer.
It's blowing any standard because we don't win the game. But what I can't question players is the effort and spirit that they're bringing to wanting to get better and turn up every day to get better, working on their game. And then today, simple indicators like having 86 tackles and the communication that we've been trying to work on, all those little things, those marginal improvements that we're looking to get better. Closer to
This
where we need to be. It's not finished.
guy actually said spirit.
Close to where it needs to be.
So you've been pretty consistent.
What's that?
This guy said spirit. Who the fuck are we? Who are we praying to?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What's he talking about, Brian?
Well, I need to hear what this reporter said.
It's not finished, but it's closer to where it needs to be.
So you've been pretty consistent on that. I mean, before the North game, you're saying that there are indicators that are suggesting the new game plan is working, getting closer. So do you think you're at a point now where you're close enough that something clicks?
Well, you walk up every single week and hope that actually happens. But yes, I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You are taking the fucking P155. No,
Why would he say that though if he doesn't think that he's going to stay? He wouldn't say that if he thought that he'd lose his job.
I want him to explain what has changed in the way we play football. It looks exactly the same, and he used the word hope. Oh my god, bro!
You know what really strikes me about these press conferences? One, I never leave a Michael Voss press conference feeling like I've been enlightened about anything. I just haven't.
Have you learned anything?
No, I have. Like I'm watching this guy be defensive. He's in his fifth year. He's in his fifth year coaching the club, and he's defensive, and he's got word salads. Kamala Harris would be proud of him at the moment.
I have learned everything I need to know over 5 years. That he can't coach.
Yeah.
That's it. He can't coach. Simple as that. And he just tippy-toes around the questions and he gives you politician responses. Not even. Mate, he should be shaking hands with Albanese, this bloke. Seriously.
Yeah. Word salads.
Absolutely, yes. And so the difference is just...
That's cap. The way he said absolutely, yes, I do, and he looked down. You can tell by the mannerisms he has no belief.
I think that's saying something.
That actually happens, but yes, I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
The difference is just the difference between winning and losing.
Right now, I think it's in like today. It felt like it was, effectively some fundamentals. Coughing the ball up when we didn't need to. Some really basic things. 2 high free kicks. In the tackle. We gave away an enormous amount of free kicks through the second quarter. So there was a bit of that, and we just couldn't stop them scoring when they went inside 50. So
we just couldn't stop them scoring. Shut up, Stephen. Stop them scoring. That's your whole job. Your whole job is to stop them scoring. That's his whole job. We couldn't stop him scoring.
We haven't been able to stop teams scoring in massive bundles of play for how long? 4, 5, 6 goals in a row. He's like, I can't. How is he our coach? How is this bloke coaching our list now? How?
5 years in, by the way.
It's a 1-week experiment without George, or does he have to work into it?
Oh no, George is he's got a role to play for us. He's a special human being, and they're never nice. They're never nice moments.
He's a special human being.
Special human being. What is he? Fucking Jesus.
I can't. How is he our coach, man? Still, how?
He's trolling us. I'm telling you now. He is trolling us.
I'm waiting him to say 6'7". I'm waiting for him to pull out the 6'7" mid presser. Yeah, 6'7". Okay. Let's get through this. I need to get him off my screen.
We'll finish the press conference, and I want to say something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's a much loved player. We take always the individual on account. We also keep team first. and what's in the best interest of the team. And
Oh, do you?
And we got a shift today, and we'll keep exploring that. That doesn't mean that he doesn't turn up in the next couple of weeks.
So just like what I started, been up this week, but what's
So this is about Sardi's being asked about now, Rocco.
I'm sure it's Sardi quick.
Yeah.
Got a good leg put on him. What
It's cooked.
does he need to do to get it?
Well, I don't think he's been playing as well as what he'd like to. I think he'd even say that if you asked him. So we're probably looking for a little bit more. Unfortunately, this week he hasn't played because gather around, all the other competitions don't play. So, but he's working away his game. He understands where he's at. But right now, there's a couple of other people that have earned their spots ahead of him. So I'm sure he'll embrace that challenge, like what George will, like what Blake Acres will, and whoever else finds themselves in that position. So, so that'll be an important challenge for all those guys to keep driving the team to be better and keep, if you've got a really good, healthy squad, it always puts pressure on the players above to be doing well.
Wiedering, do you expect him back next
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, he's got training tomorrow, but he's going through all the protocols and he's got no problem. So,
Fuck, he was quick to say yeah.
No, cheers.
Fucking hell, man. How is this? I don't get it. Hi, Jad.
Hi, guys. How are you all?
Hi. Amazing. How are you?
Just dandy. Rocco, you doing all right, mate?
Just like that. I mean, I watched the game tonight, and you expect to get what you got last in the game, but that press conference, that's seriously the worst I've ever heard. That was disgraceful in some of the things he said, man. That's the bloke who's coaching us, man. It's not all the coach, but seriously, man, some of those, we don't expect our players to play 100 minutes. I'm still baffled
100%.
by that.
100%.
I'm still fucking baffled by that. What are you talking about, bro, man? What are you talking about, bro, man? He's seeing improve. Where? Well, what did he say about the players improving? Is what's going on, Jad? What's going on, mate?
Sharing the load. Bonnie Blues.
We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I'm telling you, with that sort of mentality, we're done.
There's been no improvement, Rock. There's been because I was thinking back today, where they're telling us they added a new layer of playing over preseason, and they wanted us all to believe there was this new thing that there's nothing. I think me and you spoke about it, Mars. All they did is add maybe more forward handball, but
they can't even get that right anymore.
Other than that, bro, yeah.
How often do you see that?
Like how slick were the Crows today with the ground ball and the quick handballs and where I don't know, man, they just look like they just look like their legs and their hands are made of lead.
Below the knees, they were a lot better than us, weren't they?
Yeah, they always are, and it's just
in the wet as well.
Look, you all know how I feel about the coach. Like, I don't want to harp on that because he's dead man walking. Like, he's talking shit. Like, we all know, but. Like players like Lockie Cowan, I don't see it. I don't see what we were sold with him. Like, he looks good. He's got a good size. Maybe he's got some aggression. But other than that, I don't. What's his skills? He's got some nice tats. They look good on Chapel Street. But like, what else has he got? He's got no traits, no attributes, no skill. Like, he can't kick, he can't mark.
He's the thing out of D50.
Yeah, but and what thing I'm asking, and now I've got the bars. Like, I've got the question on Jagger now, as well.
Yeah.
Is he a bad kick, or am I going crazy? And if he is only a handball heavy player with quick feet, I am going to be fucking furious because he should not be a handball only player. If you're telling me we traded up to pick fucking 3 to pick a player who's good with his hands and that's it, no.
Remember what I said to him? He could be Martin Odegaard, just sideways. central.
Yeah, sideways and backwards, and mate, I'm worried.
The kicks at the moment, and what I've seen so far. Sorry to cut you off, but his kicks are pokey, they're stabby, and they got no penetration. Nothing. He lacks penetration in his
He had an
kicking.
opportunity to pass the ball into the forward line in that third quarter. Had no one near him, and he kicked it out on the full.
Yeah, that near the end. I said, but he's kicking right. Mechanically, it looks nice. I just can't work out if there's a flaw in his technique or if he's just trying to kick it in a shit system.
Do you think the system is the system has to be part of the problem? It's got to be part of the problem. Like it just can't be. He might not be the best kick. We won't know, but the system's not helping him. It can't be helping him.
Yeah.
Well, like last week, remember I said I don't think we've got 44 of the worst players to ever play the game. I just think that they're just asked to put in a terrible system. Will Haywood, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. He was not a shit player at Sydney.
No,
I'll never take it. There's a reason we chased him when he was under contract there and offered him 5 years because he was actually good. It's just us. So the Jagger thing, I'm starting to get a little bit antsy about it, but I'm willing to give it obviously a lot more time. He's played 5 games, but I don't know. Lockie Cowan, Carroll, I don't know. I don't know what we do to these guys. I don't know what we do to them with their development, mate. But it's just it's concerning.
How many players on the Carlton list would comfortably be selected in the premiership side that Brisbane won last year?
We said 3.
If you watch TJP,
how many of our players would be in that team?
Well,
3.
if you watch TJP on Tuesday, we actually did this, and I put the 2 teams side by side.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yep, and we picked who we thought might make it into the Brisbane side, and Mars was there. There was definitely Wiedering. We thought maybe Walsh would get in, and I think there was maybe one other. That was it. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
So Cripps doesn't make it into the Brisbane team?
No one else would make it. Who else would? Not even Cripper would make it.
Right. So just Wiedering and Walsh.
And maybe, who else did we say? Maybe even, maybe like a Carroll, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a Carroll. That's what I said.
No,
Carroll. But at the end of the day, 3, maybe 4, but that's it. That's it.
Not even a handful.
But can I ask?
We've got a VFL team. Essentially, we've got a VFL team with 2 or 3 standout AFL standard players in it. That's it.
Yep.
Just the inverse of that. Do you players on our list? Okay, if you put them into a Collingwood system or a Brisbane or Geelong, do you think Ollie Hollands would be a lot better?
Yes.
Well,
do you think Elijah would be a lot better?
Jack Martin.
I think they'd definitely get developed better.
Yeah, do you think? Do you guys remember Jack Bowes from Gold Coast?
Yeah.
Couldn't get a game.
Yep.
When they were shit before Dimo got there, he goes to Geelong and he plays every week.
Yep.
So I don't believe we've got terrible players. I just can't.
And this is what I was saying this on Tuesday. I think that if you gave Sam Mitchell the reins at this club, I'm telling you, the D graders are C graders, and you've got a better base. The base is much higher, or not. No, don't say much higher, but it's a higher base than what it is now. The base, they're all in this system. They're playing like D and E graders, F graders. They're playing like they wouldn't get a game at any other club in the land. Like any other club at the moment. That's how they're playing.
Yeah.
With a better coach and a better system, better basic principles and fundamentals of football, right, being instilled in them every single week, every single training session. I'm telling you, the D graders become C graders, and you've got a better base, and then it lets your stars go to work, or so-called stars, what we have left of our stars, to go to work, and these C graders keep you in games for long enough. Just like at Hawthorn this week. And I'm not calling them all C graders, but they're role players, which are C graders. They came to the fore against Geelong, and then when their stars had to shine, they shined. That's it. That's how you set up games of footy. Your stars most likely always win your games of footy. It's as simple as that. That's why they're your stars.
Marbiot Troll, Massimo D'Ambrosio were deemed surplus to requirements at Richmond and Essendon.
They're listed.
Yep. Patrick Voss gone from Essendon. And then they just start playing well at better run clubs. Like it's not coincidence. It's just So the question is, how do we get through this year? What do we do? Like as a fan, guys, I'm struggling to exist in this. Like I don't know.
I feel numb now. People go, do you get excited? I got asked the question tonight by Mick Mudkuchi, shout out the general, right? And he said to me, do you get excited or do you get a little bit of pre-game nerves or whatever? I'm like, no, I don't feel anything. They give me nothing. Like I do this because I love the community that we have and I like talking about it. And yeah, I like trying to find the solution. I'll never find the solution because I'll never be in that power to do it, right? But just to chat. But I feel numb. Like, it just like it doesn't. Were you excited in the last quarter? Seriously, were you excited?
No, I wasn't excited even in the first quarter
because you just know what's going to happen.
You just know what's going to happen. They come out of the blocks. They play a very good quarter. They look like superstars. And then what happens in second quarter when a coach changes something? We're fucked. We look like we have no idea. Like, I can't believe Cripps was on the bench for like 7 minutes. I just don't understand why.
Can I put something?
Don't you know that?
That's right. We can't blame 100%.
Let me respond. Let me land on this bloke. Back to good one. Let me land on this bloke. You have to change your mindset that this year is a rebuild and have to lower your. I already lowered my expectations to feel numb. I have to look for green shoots again. I feel numb knowing that every single game I'm going to go in and lose. That's my expectations. That's what happens in a rebuild. Where you expect to lose every single game, brother. I've been through it 4 or 5 times. I've sat there and watched us get pumped by 138 points. By 77 to 7.5 time, we booed them off. I didn't boo them off, but they booed them off at halftime against Fremantle. I've traveled to Adelaide. I've done it all before, brother. I've sat through every single rebuild in the past 30 years. So don't tell me here and I'll lower your expectations. Not when you're trading out your superstars or your superstar and you're keeping that big bub or that big giraffe up top who can't get a fucking mark when it's sent down his throat. So don't talk to me and tell me about rebuilds and that. I understand what a rebuild looks like, mate, and I expect to lose nearly every single game this year. So that's how low my expectations have become. That's it. That's why I feel numb. How can I get excited? What am I getting excited about? Oh, the kids again. I've seen the kids all. I've seen them all. How can you get excited under Michael Voss, under a system, under a regime like this? It's full haram spec, man. It's terroristic football that we're playing right now. It's no good. It's no good to watch. And as soon as the coach changes, that's when my outlook changes and go, okay, now what are your systems and principles and what are you implementing on these plays? Then I'll change my tune. At the moment, I'm not changing my tune. And this bloke needs to be sacked. He needs to be sacked tonight. That's simple.
What makes you think the next coach is going to make any difference when you got the same fucking imposters making the decision about who's going to be the next one?
I know.
I wish the Carlton supporters and the Carlton members would wake up and stop getting too excited about a new coach because we've had 8 new fucking coaches for the last 24 years.
I know.
Yeah, but
right? And all we do is sack and we get a sugar hit. And the next coach comes in, gets about 1 season's worth of sugar hit, and then it all goes pear-shaped.
Yeah, but it doesn't help when you have some of these supporters putting their hopes on Cody Walker and Lucas Koutafidis, who's probably like...
Oh, no.
Lucas. But forget about this. Forget about the supporters, and Mars is right about the coach is definitely going to make a difference to because you get a better coach and you're never going to get a listen. But Vince is also right because this is bigger than just the coach. It goes beyond the coach. We can get another coach and we might get some sort of elevation, but we're not going to get to where we want to get to. As far as us lowering our expectations, you're missing the point here. Us as supporters have already lowered the expectations, right? Why we're getting upset is what we see happening at the club and seeing we're not getting it. by any of these moves happening. Like the
Yeah.
coach with his narrative. Of course, I'm going to get upset. It's not about me having a low expectation of what we're going to do tonight. I knew we were going to lose, but I expect certain things to happen so I can see that we're moving in the right direction. I expect our leaders to stand up. I expect our leaders to do certain things. Voss is one of our leaders. I expect him to come out and not give us fucking start pissing in my pocket. That's what I don't want. You know what I mean? So it's not about us lowering our expectations. We're in a rebuild. Yes, we're in a rebuild. But what I'm hearing out of the club, what I'm seeing out of our leaders, we can be in a rebuild, but we're not getting anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere until things change inside this club, and that's coach, leaders, board. Like the way we think about things, I just don't get it. We're not getting anywhere. What I heard from Ross tonight, we're done. And as far as what Jad said about, like, what are we going to get out of this year? And what, like, I don't know, man. But we've got to start somewhere, Jad. We're
It's
going to start.
detrimental. The longer he stays, the more detrimental it is to these kids that play.
100%, man. That's
It's
the
detrimental.
first step. That's the first step is getting rid of the coach.
I mean, the way that he's talking, it seems that he's pretty confident that he's going to stay.
No.
I hope not, but
not from what
Do you
I've
know?
heard.
Do you know what the circuit breaker will be? I'll guarantee you, we will lose to Essendon on the King's birthday long weekend, and if we do that, he's gone.
It might be next week.
Nah.
It might be next week.
No. If we don't get smashed, Jad, I assure you, this board hasn't got the balls. It's petrified of being labelled as yet another board that sacks yet another coach, and they know that the media will be all over them if they do. They
know
will
what?
give him till at least the halfway mark of the season.
I've got one thing for the board. Ready? Three words. You are cursed. So maybe that curse might see him gone by the end of the year. Who knows?
Maybe.
But maybe. Mushu, I like this comment actually. Mushu 21. Voss to Carlton is like an abusive couple staying together for the sake of the kids. All you're doing is mentally, emotionally, and physically screwing up the kids later in life.
That's a good analogy, you know.
100%. Exactly what's happening. And I'm worried that these younger kids like the Jagger Smiths and that are going to get.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are going to pay for it by the end of it. And
I mean, we've already seen
it over and over again, mate.
We're seeing it in the likes of Cowan, Ollie Hollands, like all that. I mean, even Elijah Hollands to a point. I know that's selfish, but
You know who I'd love to get. You know who I'd love to get for a drink and get them to give me a bit of honest feedback after a few drinks. Will Hayward, Ollie Florent, and Ben Ainsworth. I'd love to get them to tell me what they've perceived already as the difference between Carlton and where they came from.
You get a lot out of them, I'll tell you that.
I probably will tell you now.
Because every player that seems to come to us from another club goes backwards.
I'll tell you what, Will Hayward is not a happy man. I'll tell you that.
No.
I don't think he wanted to come.
He in the end he agreed because he thought that Sydney didn't want him anymore. They were happy to get rid of him.
It's embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing to.
But his
like,
heat map at Sydney was all forward. It was all forward pocket, half forward.
Yeah, but now he comes to Carlton. He's playing as a fucking wingman.
He's
Even Burn.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? I don't know if you guys watched the Summer Sessions podcast they did with Hayward and Florent, but they asked them, what do you find in Carlton preseason so far? And the only thing that they really talked about was how much we run. So they're like, yeah, these boys really run down here. Like Hayward said, they fly down here. Like even Paddy Cripps. So okay, that sounds all well and good, but then you think
how about using the ball?
But then you think what are we prioritizing in training? Is it just about running and endurance? Like
it should be about skills, especially when we have deficiency in skills.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Concentrating on that. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. The priorities are probably just, I don't know, more about aerobic fitness instead of actual ball work. I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, Aiden, you know how we keep talking about how we keep playing opposition players into form that have been out of form. There's a
Yeah.
few of them there tonight.
Oh,
Josh
don't even
Rochelle,
get me started on Ben
I'll
Keys,
tell you right
please.
now,
Keys,
Josh Rochelle, 4 goals. Isaac Rankin, 2 goals. Sam Berry, Wayne Miller has been in really good form all year, to be honest. Jordan Dawson had a great game in his I think it was his 29th birthday today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alex-
Don't worry.
Alex
Don't worry.
Neil-Bullen, a
Jamie
very
Elliott
clever
will kick
player.
5 goals next week.
Can't
And the
wait.
other one, of course, Mars, you would know this one, Ben Keys. Mate, how many times has that
3
guy
sausages.
performed?
You know what pisses me off about him? How after 5 years he does the same thing. He gets out the back, and how has this coach, after 5 years of playing this team, still hasn't figured it out that the one player who kills us every time, it's Ben Keys. What does he do? He gets out the back. What did he do tonight? Oh, he gets out the back. How do you not look at that?
He can't even stop one. He can't stop one of these players that hurts us every year. Not one. 6
Did you
months
see
to go do some
Charlie's
homework.
4th
6
goal?
months.
In the his fourth goal. It was a D50 stoppage, and he's just sitting at the back on his own. In the D50 stoppage, he's just sitting at the back waiting for it.
Mate, Rankin nearly did it against Cowan as well. Just blitzed through the stop. Every single week a D50 stoppage goal happens. We got to be one of the worst at it. It's the same goal every week. The same players. It's just
Tex turns into 26-year-old Tex when he plays us. Yeah, just manhandles everyone. That bloody Tex.
But with Dawson, Stefan, fucking Ben Ainsworth, I'm just like,
Yeah, I
Jesus.
know. I'm like, yeah, game's gone.
He was running like backwards while he stiff-armed him as well. I'm just going, jeez, God. Oh my God. You knew that was coming in the second quarter, though. You knew it was coming.
So, you know, every time there was a ground ball today, like, you know, when the ball is bouncing around and it's a bit random, I feel like this happens against Adelaide every year where the ball will find them just randomly, and our players are always a meter or two, like, where, you know what I mean? Like, positioned a meter or two behind the ball, like where we should be. It's like, how does it keep happening? Is that structure or what is that?
Because
it's like they're set up wrong.
They're taught to defend first rather than attack first.
Yeah,
They play
so
scared
deep,
football.
bit deep.
They're always on the back foot. When are they ever on the front foot? Like the front foot, yeah, okay, the first quarter. But other than that, then they start defending. They go into this mode where they just start defending again and again. Scoreboard flattered us, yeah, maybe because of the rain. Seriously, this should have been a 10 goal. If it was clean,
You want to put the message underneath it, and with a Spartacus.
Spartacus or Spaducius. I like calling them Spaducius. Love you, boys. Enough is enough. They should stand down. It was their responsibility to fix Carlton, and bailed the ball down to the medical team. Should be put under a microscope. No one should be safe anymore. I agree.
That's 100% true, man. If we sack Voss and we fail again, this is all on the board and right. This is all on them, man. They're the ones who made this decision. All these decisions, they've got to take responsibility for this.
Right, Scott. One last shot. One more shot.
As much as Wright's only been there 6 months, apparently, but to me, he's been there since last year, right? That move of keeping Voss, mate, if you sack him, I don't care if you sack him next year or the year after. The moment you sack him, you failed.
Yeah.
You failed. And if that means if you sack him this week or next week, you have failed. This is going to be
Are you like, when he does sack him, because he will, are you giving him a chance in your mind to get it right with the next appointment?
Yes, because look, everyone deserves a chance. You know what I mean? So I'm happy for them to come out and sack him this week and then say, listen, you know, we thought we had it right, we got it wrong, but you know, now
I'll never do that.
I understand, but you don't have to say it in those particular words. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for them to move forward and go, right, now we're going to move forward. We got that wrong. We're going to move forward. You know, that's what good leaders would do. You know what I mean? Because not everyone gets it right 100% of the time. All right, so we got it wrong. that was a wrong move last year to keep it in. It's
Well,
proven this year.
the fact that Davies is coming out now having to guarantee his job for a week, I mean, it seems pretty set, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's-
dude. Writing's
They're
on the
doing a
wall.
lot of media. You know, when
Yeah,
the back,
yeah, but
when they just start doing a lot of media, you know it's trouble.
But Jad, fancy coming out and saying that we can guarantee that Michael Voss will be coaching in gather round. I mean,
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's
just-
weird. I gather round. All right, so is he going to guarantee
why
that
would you
he's
say
coaching
that?
against
Why would you not
Collingwood?
just say we can guarantee that Michael Voss is our coach going forward and that's it? Like, why
That's what
would you
I'm
just say
saying.
for gather round?
That's why I
He's
think it
gone.
could be any week now.
Yeah,
The fact
you're
that
probably
the
right.
language has changed, like
I think you're right.
Atush, how are ya?
Hey,
good,
only
doing
Carlton.
alright. Doing
Hey,
alright,
by the
doing
way,
alright.
boys, I've got a little statistic for you.
Yeah.
You know how they stopped playing games at Amy Stadium in Adelaide and started playing at the Adelaide Oval at the start of 2014, right?
Yeah, we've never beaten Adelaide at
So
the
this
Adelaide
is our
Oval.
13th season of playing games in Adelaide Oval. We have never beaten the Adelaide Crows there yet. And we've
Yep.
only beaten Port Adelaide there once, 2 years
Yep.
ago.
How good?
The only other two victories we've had are against both
West
the
Coast
West
and
Australian sides in gather round. We had the game against Fremantle that we won by, I think, about a goal. And then
It was
I
a
think we
McGovern.
comfortably beat West Coast last year. That's it.
No, Cottrell kicked the winner or whatever he did. I think one of them.
Yeah, that was Fremantle. That was
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Fremantle.
Kennedy. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Atush, how are you? Where were you tonight? What were you doing?
Straight after the loss, I went to go get Subway, and the only Subway that's open is in Springvale, which is like half an hour from my house. So I just got back
far,
from
man.
Subway. Bro, I needed Subway. I love those cookies, and those like when I'm depressed, I eat those cookies. So I
Which
needed
ones
them
do you
tonight.
get?
I love it.
The raspberry cheesecake ones. They go hard.
Yeah, nice.
They go hard. They go hard. Honestly, I've had time to reflect and think about it. I just came back from the gym as well, so like I don't think that was that bad of a loss.
Oh
I
no.
don't think that was. I don't think it was that bad. Like, okay, think about it, bro. We're a shit team. Yeah, we were never gonna beat Adelaide. Never ever in our lives. The one thing I wanted to see this game was like a different midfield mix, which Michael Voss, in all credit to him, he dropped Hewitt, which I thought was great. I've been calling for Hewitt to be dropped for 2-3 weeks. I just don't think
Is that really a monumental dropping? I mean, yeah, because he won a best and fairest, but like, let's be honest. I mean,
But
how many
also
times-
raised eyebrows
not
because
even-
he got more
Why
possessions
did
and
people
laid
make it
more
such a
tackles
big
than
deal
anyone else
for?
last week.
But the best and fairest doesn't mean anything. But it does mean something when you're as stubborn as Michael Voss and you're as in much pressure as Michael Voss is. I'm not giving him props because then he did this and then I was like, okay, we're gonna bring speed through the midfield, and then he brought in Hudson O'Keefe, which instantly cancelled out all the speed we could have brought in. But anyways, that's a separate point. So he brought him in, and I was like, okay, fair enough, right? I don't like you look at the first two centre bounces of that game, Elijah running through, Florent running through, which it wasn't revolutionary, but like. Bro, you can't really be that upset. Like, we're not a good
Elijah
team.
Elijah didn't go in the middle once. You know that, yeah.
Yeah, no, but he came in a lot closer than what he usually does.
He
from the
start off
wing.
half back or a half forward.
Yeah, he played on the wing. He started on the wing.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Again, for
Yeah.
me, it does nothing. You put him in the middle. Yeah.
Look, it's not revolution. Like again, like there's still so many holes. Like that was probably the best we played all year, and that's really sad because we still kicked more goals in the first quarter than we did for the entire game.
You seriously think that's the best we've played all year?
So
Are you
don't
fucking
reckon?
serious, man? In the
What
middle
game was better,
part,
Rocco?
we were fucking dog shit, bro. We were dog
Yeah, I know, but
shit.
we've been dog shit all year, Rocco.
Yeah, but that doesn't change tonight because we're dog shit all year. It doesn't now justify that. You're starting to sound like Carlton.
I'm not.
You are
Bro,
only
I'm-
Carlton now. You're starting to sound like Carlton now.
You're taking my words.
Performance, bro.
You're taking my.
That was
You're
a dog
taking.
shit performance. That was
You're taking
dog
my
shit,
words.
bro.
You're
Let
taking
him
my
land,
words out of
let him land.
context.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that was our
You are,
best
I'm not saying we're
performance.
good. It wasn't a good performance. I'm not saying
It was
that.
a
We're still a
shit
bottom three
performance.
side.
You
100%.
started
But it was
by
better than the
saying
rest.
that wasn't a bad performance.
Yeah, relatively for us. Because we're shit.
Come on,
Also started off
man.
the stream by saying we're shit.
Nah, come on, bro. You can't be doing that. You can't be talking like
Oh,
that,
bro.
man. You you're starting to get conditioned by Carlton now.
But I still think we're shit rocker, and I still think we're a bottom four side, and I still think Voss needs to get sacked, and I think
you want. You can say
bro, like
whatever you want.
I still think Voss is going to get sacked. I still think our leaders are terrible. I still think Cripps is one of the worst captains in the AFL. I still think Harry Mackay is the worst forward in the comp. But again, relatively to how we played,
I can't believe Atush has finally joined me on this boat. I sit on
The
that
Harry Mackay one?
mountain alone.
Which one?
Atush,
The Harry
can
Mackay
I
one?
just speak to your point about it being our best game?
Yeah, I agree.
The reason why I think it looked like that is because Adelaide play very similar to how we did. And when we were at our best, like I look at Adelaide as they are Carlton 2023, or whenever we had that run, they are what we were, but on roids. Like they are what we wish we were back then. They play. They don't really do a transition game. They're more contest and pressure and repeat entry and ballistic move, like scoring off turnover. And I feel like you know the saying styles make matchups. I feel like that's what aided us in looking better today, opposed to a team that like Collingwood next week. I reckon you'll see the difference. Like a transition team, a disciplined transition side cuts us to ribbons, but a team like Adelaide, we can hang with them for a bit because they don't kill you on that transition. So
It's sort of like a contested team a little bit.
yeah, they are. So it's exactly right. So
I think the weather conditions forced the whole game down that road, though, didn't it? Really?
Yeah, we kind of we made them stoop to our level with that rain.
Yeah.
Like it was a very sloppy game, and also Adelaide are the best team at defending scores from stoppage. I feel like in the first quarter they just try to match us in attack. They're like we'll let them attack and we'll just outscore them, and it didn't work. Like offensively, we're not a bad team in the first quarter. Like we're a decent team in the first half. We just can't maintain it. But like again, what you said, styles make matchups. I agree. Like I think if it was any other team other than Adelaide that had like a run and carry style or someone that's a bit cleaner with the ball, we would have been punished, right? But again, that still doesn't take away from the fact that that was our best performance. I'm not saying it's a good performance. Not saying it's.
I agree with you. I think it was our best performance of the year.
Yeah, and that's not to take away anything because I feel like a lot of our players should be ashamed of their performances tonight, like Harry Mackay, like
Kemp.
Sam Walsh.
Yes.
Kemp.
Bro, but here's the thing with Kemp, Aiden. Here's the thing with Kemp. What do you expect from him? He's a shit cunt.
No, I don't give a
like,
fuck.
he's not good.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He's a key forward and he's just standing in the goal square. He did nothing for three. He did nothing for 2 quarters.
No, he plays
I
down
don't
back
care.
now. He plays down back now again.
Yeah, no, he plays wherever, bro. But like again, like he's not good. Like I'm sure maybe if Harry Mackay was kicking goals, you wouldn't be as hard as him as you are now. I think all the hate to our forward line needs to be directed at Harry Mackay because he's the softest big man in the league. I can't believe what I see from him. Genuinely,
I can.
Have you seen how he tries to mark the ball?
Bro, I saw him go up for a. Yeah, gotta do it again.
He attempts to mark it like a spastic.
I saw him go. I saw him go up for the same contest as Taylor Byrne, and Taylor Byrne kept his feet, and Harry Mackay fell over.
So you reminded me of a really bad contest. The ball was coming into our 50, and someone went up to mark it, a chest mark, and then Jordan Boyd spoils it.
Yes, yeah.
No, that
I
was
was
Coward.
screaming. It was Cal. I was like, fucking talk this shit.
Boyd went to market and then Cowan spoiled him. But you know what's worse? When I think McGovern went to market and then Francis Evans just collides into his ribs.
Oh,
what are you doing?
They're all getting in each other's way.
We thought so we can pick like 1,000 mistakes and we still figure this game. We're in trouble.
You know, if that's our best performance, that is so
we're
worrying.
starting to accept mediocre. We're starting to mediocre performances here. This is ridiculous, man.
Give me 1 second.
We played 1 good quarter and that was it. Against Melbourne, we played 2 good quarters. Against Richmond, we played 2 good quarters. Like this is the whole thing now, man. Like we're accepting this, man. It was a disgrace when we needed to step up. We didn't step up. That first quarter meant nothing to me. And after all that dominance of the first quarter, we were 7 points up. 7 points.
Rocco Moro $5 instead of building an imaging center. They should have built an imagine if we were good center. Like, thank you for the $5
Yeah.
again.
I got a question about the list, guys. If I'd like to get all your opinions. Okay, a few weeks ago, I was more here, and I'm thinking, okay, the right moves get made, we can bounce back pretty quickly, maybe 2 to 3. But I'm telling you, the longer the weeks, like the more the weeks go by, I'm starting to think it's really bad.
Yeah, we're
The
getting
rot's
further
going to set in,
away
isn't
from
it?
it.
Because like names like Mitch McGovern and Zach Williams, I don't want to say them anymore. I
know.
can't wait till the day comes when I don't have to speak those names. And it
Adam Chera.
just seems so far away, man.
All the high-priced recruits on big contracts, they all just came for the money. They couldn't have given a damn about achieving any sort of success. They just came for the contract. That was it. Simple as that.
I've got an AA, but
what's Jad? What's there, man? Like that's the problem. There's nothing.
It's like
maybe there is
wrong, Rock,
something
like-
there, but this coach can't get it out of them.
I
He
think
cannot harvest-
there's a
harvest
nice
anything.
sprinkling of young talent coming through, but it's just not enough. Like you've got looking forward, we've got Cody coming, but before Tassie gets here, we need to get more. We need more top end picks in. You can't just get Cody and that's it.
You can't do that in 2 years, Jad. Like it's
Well,
impossible.
yes, you can. And
27 we can.
And you're gonna call me crazy? Yes, you can, right? And I've said it to a couple of people: if you want to accept the fact that we're in a full rebuild, Wiedering, here's 3-round draft picks. Harry Mackay, here's a 1st-round draft pick too. You might get one first.
But if you get rid of Wiedering short term, it's going to absolutely bite us hard. It's going to kill us.
Of course.
I'd rather get rid of
we're in a
Christian Wiedering.
rebuild. We're in a rebuild. That's all
Yeah, but if
everyone
you get
keeps
rid
telling
of-
me.
I understand
but
what
Mars,
Mars
do you want to get pumped by 10 goals plus every week? Because
It's
seriously, if you lose your only defender-
better than sitting where we are right now, right?
if
And
you lose
knowing that
your only key defender who is at least dependable most weeks. I
It
don't
is
know
what
if I
it
agree
is.
with that one.
I think there's other players
you
before
got to draw the
Wiedering.
line somewhere.
who's got currency? You going to trade Walsh?
This is the
No,
problem.
no.
Where does the currency come from? Like
Adam
this is the
Chera, you
problem,
can't
we've got
even get a bag of
nobody
nobbies for him.
Adam Chera and Harry Mackay. Well, we could have done a deal with Melbourne for Mackay when they were.
Oh,
desperate
don't
to
get
keep
me
him.
started
don't
on
even get me
that.
started
Everyone
on that,
went
please.
after.
Don't get me
Everyone went
started on
after me
that.
and said
I beg to
Petrarca
God.
is finished. Well,
Please
look
don't-
where
please
I
don't get me
understand he's got
started
an
on that.
injury, but look where he is now.
Please don't get me started on that. I said Melbourne wanted a 1st-round pick and Mackay. What did we do? We said, nah, we love Harry. We love him. He's had one good year in 5 years. And instead of getting we need to play like Petrarca. We need to play like Petrarca. But
Too
people are
late
like,
now.
oh, no,
What do you
Petrarca's
mean one
fucked.
good year in 5 years? He is in his 11th. He's in his 12th season.
I know.
No, sorry,
and then-
11th season. 11.
I know, and like we needed to play like Petrarca, who, let's face it, would we have done better with Petrarca? Yeah, I don't know, but
At that time, 100% we would have. It was a game breaker. We would our midfield was crying out for a player like him. They're crying out for a player like him.
But then people were like, "Oh, he's fucked. He's ribs. I don't care.
no
I'd rather
worries.
Petrarca than fucking
worries.
Mackay."
Likes a fuck.
But wasn't that for
Likes a
this year?
champion.
Are you talking further back? We could have gone.
2 years ago.
No, 2 years
Ah,
ago.
okay, yeah.
When it was
24.
absolutely clear that Melbourne's forward line was the only issue, that they didn't have any key position forwards that they could rely on, they would have jumped all over Harry Mackay.
The problem is with this, right? You say you want to get Wiedering, and who knows, but you're going to get rid of Wiedering to get another key defender. See, this is the problem. Like, we're going to have to get rid of someone. And I understand what Mars is saying.
The
He's
key
the only one.
defender. You've drafted
What's
the
that?
key defender. You've got
I
the key
understand,
defender.
but you've probably got a top 3 key defender in the league, and you want to get
And
rid
doing
of him.
what?
Now,
What's
listen
he
to what
doing?
I'm saying.
Yeah, go.
I agree with you, Mars. I agree that Wiedering's the person who's got currency. That's our problem. We've got no one else with currency. right?
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. You're absolutely right about that. We need to get rid of, like, who else has got currency?
I don't want to
No
get.
one else.
I don't. And don't
I
get me wrong.
know.
Don't get me wrong on that point. I don't want to get rid of him, but he's the only one.
That's right, and that's the problem. But we're going to get rid of someone like that, hoping to get another top 3 player
If we're
down
going
the
to
track.
get rid of Wiedering, I'm asking for 3 top 10 draft picks, not 1 top 10 and 2 late first rounders. Not
Is it
three
worth
top 10?
Is he worth more than Charlie Curnow?
Would you pay for that?
He's our most important player.
I think he's.
Aiden, would
he's
you
worth-
give?
I think he's worth the same or more as Curnow was. The problem
I think
was-
he's worth that much to us, but I'm not.
You saw tonight how you see how fucked we look without Wiedering. Tonight's an example. I think
Even if he played, the same result would have occurred. Even if he played, the exact same margin.
Would we have won last week if we had Wiedering?
No.
So
No,
even
but
in that last
I think it made a difference. I think it made a difference in that last quarter against North Melbourne. My word, it did.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
it was very,
I'm
very
not buying
painful
it.
for us when he went down. 'Cause
And
our
we had
defence
him.
looked all out of sorts.
We lost that.
Didn't
in
we
the
have him
midfield,
against
Vince.
Melbourne?
Vince.
We had him against Melbourne. What happened?
Yeah, we lost that game last week. in the
I
midfield,
blame our
Vince. It's
midfield
not-
for Melbourne.
Yeah, it's the
I don't blame
midfield
it.
that
Now we
lost
can all
us the
blame
game.
it around. It's not good enough.
you're
Could've
too
put
young
anyone,
for-
but you could have fucking Scarlett and Silvani back there. We still wouldn't have won any of those games. Trust me.
Yeah,
trust me.
Mars, you're too young.
You're
to remember
defending
this.
for 20. You for fucking 3/4 of footy. You're seeing the ball like this.
Hey, can I just say something? Someone in the chat, George Woggy, mate, you're trolling, mate, telling me he's not worth it, that Dean looks better than Wiedering. You fucking been smoking too many cones
come on.
tonight. Relax, bro.
only
Take
played
it
4
easy,
games,
man.
3
Now you're
games.
being an idiot, man. Wiedering is a top 3 in the league, man, and you
Yeah.
can argue fucking all
Rocco,
night about it.
Rocco,
Don't worry
most
about
of the
Wiedering.
guys on
That's
our
a
panel
problem.
tonight would, in fact, all of them wouldn't be old enough to remember this, but you remember the days when Fitzroy were on their knees, right? Now,
Yeah.
they had some damn good key position players that they literally had to give away just to stay alive.
That's right.
But that killed the club. When they gave away Alistair Lynch, who ended up playing 3 premierships with Brisbane. When they gave away Paul Roos to Sydney. When they gave away Gary Pert to Collingwood. That killed them because these key position players don't grow on trees.
All
And
right.
when you've
But I get what Mark
Mark
is saying. If we're rebuilding and we
I don't
want top,
I don't want to
before
get rid of
Tassie
him, right?
comes, how are you going to do it? How
I'm
else are you going to do it?
I don't want to do that. And I want to keep all those players, right? Because I think you need all those players for the next crop that are coming through, right? So
Yeah.
what has to happen is the recruiter gets the ass, your coach is definitely going to get the ass, and the
Yeah.
board, all of them, that all need to go.
Yeah, exactly.
All those 3 things need to go, right? And you
Yeah,
keep
that's
all
right.
those players, and you have to keep all those players. You have to keep Cripps, you have to keep Wiedering, you have to keep Mackay. And I know they've all been playing like absolute dog shit, but give me it with new kids in it with a different coach and a new
All right,
recruiter.
and a new
If we're
structure
going to like
right up
start,
to the top.
like, if we're going to start again, like
You
not that
have
we
to,
can do
but you have to keep these players. I know that they've won absolutely nothing. You have to bring in someone with some premiership experience, like when the Brisbane brought in Luke Hodge, getting for $800K a year. I know it's going to be down that route again. Oh, you're overpaying. All right, let's say 600,000-700,000
I
for
don't
2
care.
years, right? Bring
matter.
them in with the next crop, with the next coach, with the next recruiter, and start it and just go again. But you have to keep the top end talent, because if you give away the top end talent, you end up like West Coast.
But if you
Simple as
want to
that.
rebuild in the next couple of years, like you're saying, before Tassie comes, you can't do it. You can't do it unless we get some top
Well,
draft
we're
picks.
already tanking for Cody Walker anyway. That's
All right, so
what
we
we're
get Cody Walker. He's not going to make a fucking huge difference.
I think he will in not the first year, probably not maybe the
future. But
second
we have
year.
to build
Maybe.
around him.
No, I understand that you got pieces now. That you got Jagger, who knows what he'll be. Will he be an A-grader superstar? We don't know yet. You got Walsh, who will be 27, 28 years old. You'll have Mackay, who will be, I don't know what he'll be,
29.
or 30. Wiedering will be touching 31 years old now. Those are the next. They won't be there for the next flag, but they'll need to harvest the next
And this
crop.
is the thing: is Wiedering going to be there? And I know it might kill us short term, but is Wiedering going to be there for our next flag? You think?
Probably not.
So
Well, he's only 27, isn't he?
No,
Yeah.
he's 28.
He's
going
29.
On he'll be 29 by the end of this year.
So it'll be
Double
29.
Wow.
So it'll be
That's what I'm-
29.
this is
What's
what
he
I'm
gonna go
saying.
Another 5 years? Are we going to win a premiership in 5 years? I mean, if everything goes magically well,
No,
maybe.
if
But
you-
let's be serious.
It'd have to be an enormous turnaround.
It's happened
You know-
before, guys, but it's
Yeah,
just
you've got-
the right
you've got-
moves have to be made. It's as
Correct.
simple as
Yeah.
that. And anything's
You've got-
possible.
You got
Uh,
Harry
yeah.
Dean down there as well. You've got what's his name? You've got Harry O'Farrell. I know that he's injured coming off an ACL, but you'd rather him doing young than later down the track. Nick Haynes will be phased out. Newman in a couple of years, maybe he might get to 34, and he'll bring in the next crop as well.
Well, he is 34 at the end of
It's
this year.
Oh, there you go. Akers, see you later. McGovern, see you later. Zach Williams, see you later. I don't want them all playing next year for Carlton. Oh,
So
Akers,
who's the
I
next
agree.
crop? Mark?
27.
Who's the next crop coming through?
Well, that's where you have to put your faith in.
Draft
Ashton
picks.
Moyer, the Burns. They have to come through now. You have to.
Billy
I
Wilson.
know they have to come through, but can you see them coming through? Like, maybe, like Moyer keeps disappointing me after 3-4 years, still not really, like I can't see him being that player.
I don't know where, but with a new coach, new recruiting, new board, I mean, who knows? You don't know until you do that fully.
And the first thing is the coach.
The coach, recruiter, and thing, they all need to go. And the board, all three need to be absolutely exiled out of the club. Simple as that. Finished. Don't know how it happens, but all three need to happen.
Out of all the clubs that have won flags recently, I mean Brisbane, what player would you get to come here that would benefit us for 2 years? That would give us that.
Bontempelli.
Bon.
No, he said Brisbane.
Oh, I'll go to Bontempelli.
No, you're not going to get Bontempelli.
No, but you're just talking hypotheticals. You go to Brisbane. I want Bond.
No, I'm saying like realistically, like who.
What he's saying is, if you get a player who's already played in a couple of premierships and he's reaching the retirement period, just get him over for a year or two, like what Luke Hodge did when he left Hawthorn and went to Brisbane.
Lockie Neal.
Nah, the club won't fucking bring him.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Fucking
yeah,
oath.
I would, but the club
Two
won't
flags,
bring him
two
in.
Brownlows. Fucking oath, I'd get him straight.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't care what happened in his afterlife and outside of football. I care what happens on the field.
Yeah, I know, but like, do you think our board would want a person like that?
This is why I say exile the board, get a new board.
No,
the board needs
they
to
want
change.
they want lovely boys who
they
say
don't want
much love at the end of their interviews.
That's a good one. Dane Zorko.
Yeah,
He's like 39 years old, 37 years old. Lockie Neal is the one. Lockie Neal.
Yeah.
If Zorko comes to our side, he'll be the best player in our team.
At 37.
At 37.
At 37.
He'll win the best. He'll win the BNF in his first year.
Get me Logan Morris. I want Logan Morris.
Yeah, fat chance.
Yeah, you're going to get Logan Sulgatsa. That's what you're going to
Can't
get.
believe we traded out.
Yeah, who else do you want?
top
Do you want
three
Will
forward.
Ashcroft and his brother as well? Or,
All of them. Just give us the whole Brisbane list. Imagine Brisbane under Michael Voss.
Do you know what? Look, we've mentioned it before. The journeys of both Carlton and Brisbane since the end of 2015, where we finished stone motherless last on the ladder and they finished second last. Look at the paths of these two clubs in the last 12 seasons since then.
He's a disgrace. He's embarrassing.
Unbelievable.
We're Brisbane in a much more worse position at that time.
It's gone in two different directions, man. It's unbelievable. And we were touted to have a better list.
And guess who Carlton got rid of because they said he was no good, and he went up to Brisbane and helped them win two premierships, and now he's at the AFL.
Swan.
Greg Swan.
Have you noticed? I've said this before. Have you noticed all the great people that we get into our club, and I'm talking about Swan, and I'm talking about Cook, and I'm talking about bloody even coaches of Malthouse and Bay, all of them, they all leave worse off. All of them.
Yep.
They all leave worse off. Every single person that comes to our club has a worse resume than when they got there.
But they also
Like
have
even
one
our
other thing in
Andrew
common.
Russell. When he come over, remember, he was at Hawthorn. Everyone talked like so highly of him.
Yep.
He almost left,
He
with
almost
his
lost
head
his
down,
entire
disgrace.
reputation after being at Carlton. Yeah.
It's just amazing. And it could happen now to Voss, which he deserves. It could happen to Graham Wright, our presidents. Everyone that comes there just leaves worse off.
Poison chalice.
Who would you want, Atush? Who would you want?
From Brisbane?
From that Brisbane
the whole
team,
list.
yeah.
The whole list.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
the
said the whole list.
the only realistic one that we can probably poach is like Darcy Fort. I mean, that's it. Like their ruckman. That's bro. If you think about it, that's the only guy that's going to come up. We're going to pay him like 1.2.
In someone that's going to. I know what
He's
you're saying, but
entrenched
if you
now.
could have any of them,
Do you know who's
If I
already?
could have any of them, if I could have Will Ashcroft, 100% Will Ashcroft.
That's my boy.
No, but if you're
Mr.
talking about,
Baby
if you're
Norm,
talking about
Baby
like
Norm.
realistically, I'd get Lockie Neal by a mile. But hypothetically,
What about
I
the Rolls
would
Royce?
I'd
Hugh
want-
McCluggage.
yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
You
I'd
never
want
guess
Lockie.
who I would get.
Yeah,
Fagan.
Yeah.
we'd probably make him worse.
Yeah, he'd probably leave like a disgrace. He'd leave like the
He'll
worst.
He won't have any
He'll
hair on
retire
his
after
head.
the first year.
Well, what would we do to Will Ashcroft?
No,
Oh, we'd kill him. We'd actually kill him.
He'd be
Bro,
in the
he'd be the
reserves
worst.
by in 2 years. He'd be like Paddy Dow, mate, playing for North Melbourne Reserves. Can't get a game for them either.
We'd play him off half back rocker. That's what we do.
I know.
Wait, you know what we'll be doing? This what his instructions will be.
Oh, go do this. King in the castle.
you know what? Imagine if we got Zach Bailey. Fuck, we'd kill him. He'd be playing in the back line half the time.
He'd be running the waters.
Well, he's
We'd kill
a free agent
we'd kill
at the end of
everyone.
this year.
Yeah. Good luck, Vince.
Big
Good
talk
luck.
about Zach Bailey.
Yeah, good luck trying to get him.
Good luck.
Nah,
He's gonna come to Carlton.
No way.
Mate, I'm telling you, no one's. Mate, maybe a few years ago we had like a bit of currency. We have lost all our currency. Butters isn't going to come over.
Nah. Bailey, Humphrey, it's all over. It's
None of
done.
them are coming over
Finished.
to come. Why would you? Well, I'm even worried that Cody Walker's going to change his
Butters
mind.
is going to the Bulldogs. Bailey's going to Adelaide.
It's done.
King's going to Collingwood.
Done.
Yep.
Whoa.
We just ruined it. We just ruined it, man. And this year's just a waste, man. Even like you said, even if we win tonight's game, what does it mean?
It means you'll get
Nothing,
another
because we play
5
Collingwood and
weeks
we'll
of
get
loss.
something.
I mean, next week against Collingwood, I definitely want to win that game.
The way
mate.
that they kick the ball inside 50.
I can't wait for Dacos to be shushing at us and then run past Voss like that. Just cry emojis at him.
Jesus Christ.
You know who's going to have the game of their life next week? Pendlebury. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Side bottom. Side bottom.
side
He runs
bottom.
the
Yeah,
wings.
him and
He's
side
just-
bottom.
You know who's going to do
Amy
it?
Elliott.
No, you know who's going to do it? Jordan DeGoey, man. He's going to
DeGoey.
kill us.
Oh, DeGoey. I love
Think
him.
of all the Collingwood players that are out of form, and we'll play them into form.
Oh,
yeah,
DeGoey.
Premiership favourites after playing us.
Frampton, yeah, Peter V. Frampton.
Oh, yeah, and
Ragdoll Harry.
Dacos plays his 100th game next week.
Oh,
You watch his fucking dad being in a box like that again, doing that. Fucking gonna headbutt him.
Hell.
Schultz, they'll make him look like fucking Eddie Betts. Oh my god.
Bobby Hill will come back half.
Oh
goals.
shit. He'll
Yeah,
just
but
pop up.
Mars, remember that being 1-5 next week is not a reflection of where we are. Just
No.
remember that. That's not a
No.
reflection of where we are.
Anyway, I mean, we're 3 hours in. Fuck, I still haven't eaten. It's grouse. Let's get Only Calm back in. He's there. He just copped a little. What was that? I don't know.
Hey, Mars,
yeah.
Would you even go after a couple of Brisbane players that haven't been part of the premierships in the last couple of years, like say a Lincoln McCarthy, number 11, or there was another guy that actually went to West Coast. He's playing pretty well, Devin Robertson. I mean,
but this is the issue. Why are we going
why
against
can't we get
these
scraps?
That's
more
more
scraps again. There's more scraps.
We're getting more Ollie Florence.
We should have got Myercheck and
these guys would be stars in our team. Don't you understand?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right.
Lincoln McCarthy, he'd be a great forward for us.
Yeah.
We can't even get the ball up there. Can't even get the ball to him.
Would he be a
Well,
forward?
what about Hipwood? We'll get Hipwood down.
Red Skull. He looks like Red Skull from Marvel. If anyone's ever watched Marvel, he looks like Red Skull.
He's a frosh, mate. I'm telling you.
He looks like Nadal.
Peter V. The Collingwood fans will take over the cheer squad. They will too, like last time. They took over our cheer squad.
How many people do you reckon will go there next week? I reckon there'll be, 60? That's it.
It's a Thursday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, they're already giving away free tickets.
Yeah, 65,000.
60.
Let's go 70.
And half of that will leave by, halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah.
You watch just to get a bumper crowd. They'll give away free tickets to anyone.
Oh
under the age of,
you watch.
Anyone under the age of 90.
Oh, I can't wait for the 1970 fucking 69 documentary again that they'll pull out.
1970. 1970, the greatest ever comeback in a grand final.
Don't forget, you want to get there early because no doubt Carlton's media department will put up lots of nice Collingwood highlights for you.
Yeah, like they do with Essendon, the fucking dark. What do you reckon the media's going to do this
They'll play
week?
the AFLW, didn't they do that last year where they played the AFLW side on the big screen?
Yeah, promo package. They won't even have a promo package again. No one will care this week or next week.
Hey, but did you see they forgave Doherty this week? Quite.
Oh wow.
What a coincidence that is, eh? The Peter Mac Cup next week, and they've forgiven him this week.
Wow.
Their week is pissed. They are fucking full of shit.
Jesus Christ, they think we're idiots, man. Everyone said it. They'll forgive him before and they did it
of course.
Like now they're going to
you're
parade
welcome
him around.
back in the tent, Sam. You're welcome back in the tent. No problems.
Hey, but against Geelong, respects round. How good? Can't
I
wait.
was just going to mention that before. Yeah, they announced the Geelong game in round 12 on a Friday night.
We'll get torched. We'll get absolutely torched. Trust me, we'll get torched this year. It'll be the beginning of the end.
Scott's lost to us the last couple of games that Geelong and Carlton have played. He's going to be wanting nothing.
He wants his get back.
Revenge.
He wants his get back. All right, and on that bombshell of Carlton respects versus Geelong, been a good emergency meeting again. I don't know how the hell we went for 3 hours. Powered by Top Dog Liquor. Thank you to Lyndon Hosking again, legend. Thank you to everybody that's been on as well. Everybody that's tuned in. If you're tuning in after, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Trying to get to 5,000 this year at some point, maybe if we do. If we don't, we'll go again. Make sure you're catching up with what do we got? I got a review. I'll put it out tomorrow. Far out. Level Up with Jad will come out as well. We're going to review 2 games, I guess, or maybe we might have across the both games that we missed some clips. And yeah, what else we got? Blue Sunday with Vince and Big Seba and Joe and David Reese Jones. Him and Seba been going at it. I love that. It's good. Good. Challenging each other. It's good shit. What else we got? And then we got TJP on a Tuesday. Am I missing something? No, I'm not. I think I got it.
I just want to give a shout out to Angela who made a great suggestion.
Yes.
In the chat. We need to bring back the Bluebirds.
Oh yeah. Let's get the hovercraft back as well.
No, bullshit. That's all crap. They're just the Bluebirds, mate.
The Bluebirds are correct, but listen, The
But
hovercraft.
not while we're losing like this,
fucking
Rocco.
superb,
We need to
mate.
start winning games. That was in the era when we'd win 19 out of 22 games in the home and away season.
Yeah. When we had a 74% win rate at Princess Park, but not anymore.
74. Try about 94.
Nah, it was 74. I looked up the stats. Collingwood got a
No,
better
but I
one.
mean in that
77.
period of time.
Oh, yeah, I know. Anyway, we'll love you and leave you. Atush, give yourself a shout out. Only Carlton. You can find
Yeah,
him on
only Carlton.
YouTube, Instagram,
YouTube,
where else? Facebook?
TikTok.
Nah. TikTok?
Nah. I'm not that old yet. TikTok,
Nah.
Twitter, all that. So come find me on that. There'll be a review coming out tomorrow. So
Aiden, you can find him on Dickie Nee's channel. Vince,
I'm not anywhere. You can't find me anywhere. Even if you do find me, fuck off.
You can find him here on the emergency meetings. Vince, you can find him on Blue Sunday, and I'm sure to be a TJP. Rocco, you can find him on TJP as long with myself. But anyway, all the people have done it again. We've done it again. He's done it again. But all I gotta say is,
Don't give a stuff about him. He's killing all these people with passes, smoking you fat crap. The ball to the half-forward line, and here come Carlton.
how good's that when he just gets straight into it? I was there at that game, and then this one's just.
Come off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
Anyway, I love you and leave you, and go Blues. I like my new buttons. I'm going to add some more to it as well. But anyway, love you and leave you, and go Blues.
Go Blues.